Joyner. Joyner, a sophomore out of Noxubee County High School. He stands 6'2" and 215. In the defensive secondary, Damon Williams will be a sophomore from Gadsden, Alabama. He's 6'2", 190. He'll be a cornerback, and he'll be flanked on the other side by DeJordan Strong. Strong, 5'10", 185, sophomore out of South Panola High School. He is the other cornerback. The nickel will be Demarion Parham, 5'11", 180, sophomore out of Oxford, Mississippi. 2 sacks, 1 interception on the year. Actually leads the team with that 1 interception. That's the only one they've had so far this year.
Let's hope it stays that way.
Let's hope it stays that way, absolutely, at least for this week. And the strong safety will be Kadarius Shell Dixon. Dixon, 5'10", 170, freshman out of Louisville High School. 3 pass breakups to lead the secondary. And the free safety will be a freshman. He won a 6A state championship last year with Horn Lake. He's 6 foot, 200 pounds, and again, a freshman at the free safety position. His name is Tony Washington. Flip the page and look down him across the front line on offense. They'll be led at left tackle by Jatorian Fuller-Jones. Fuller-Jones, 6'5", 310, sophomore, and out of Montgomery, Alabama. Gabe Reeves from Mantachie, Mississippi, 6'2", 305, sophomore. Reeves will start at left guard. The center will be Will Seabrook, 6'2", 315, freshman out of Ridgeland, Mississippi, MRA to be exact. Seabrook will be the center. The right guard is Jacob Welch, 6'3", 310, freshman out of Winona. And rounding out the offensive line is Will DeRico, 6'4", 305, freshman. DeRico as well from Montgomery, Alabama. In the wide receiver core will be Montel Gladney, a sophomore from Flowood, Northwest Rankin. It's where he played his prep ball, 6'1", 195, 17 grabs on the year for Gladney, 134 yards. Cedric Wilder Jr. will draw the start on the other side at wide receiver. Wilder Jr., 6'3", 180, freshman out of Pelahatchie, Mississippi. 1 touchdown grab on the year for Wilder. Carson Banks, a sophomore, will start in the slot, 5'7", 185 out of Brandon, Mississippi. 15 grabs for 127 yards and a touchdown on the year for Carson Banks. The running back will be Sean Dalton Weatherby from right here in Boonville, played high school at Thrasher. Weatherby, 5'11", 215, a freshman, averaging just over 4 yards per carry and has 2 touchdowns rushing on the year. And the quarterback out of Athens, Georgia, Clark Central High School, will be Jack Mangle, 6'2", 195, freshman, a 61% completion percentage on the year for 721 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. And handling all the special teams duties, kick, punt, place kick, everything you can think of, will be Michael Vargas, a sophomore out of Corinth, Mississippi. Vargas, 6 tall and 165 pounds.
And that is your Coca-Cola starting lineups for the Tigers of Northeast. And now let's take a look at tonight's Coca-Cola starting lineups for the Indians. ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination, and Coach Sean Cannon hopes he's got that winning combo put together tonight.
Across the front defensively, Tyreek Howard will draw the start at the defensive end spot. Howard, 6'5", 305, a freshman out of Independence, Mississippi. The defensive tackle will be Jaquan Lott, 6'3", 285, freshman. Lott from Marks, Mississippi. And the nose guard will be Jason Womack, 6'2", 297, a redshirt freshman out of Louisville Central High School. He had a sack and a half in last week's action. At the linebacker spot, Nick Smith will draw one of the starts at the outside backer, 6 tall, 225 out of Cleveland Central High School. He had 11 tackles in the matchup against Northeast last year, and he'll start tonight at the outside linebacker spot. Jamal Shumpert will be one of the inside linebackers, a sophomore from Fulton, 6 tall, 220. He had 8 tackles in the matchup last year, and he had 8 tackles last week to go along with a sack and a half. Keyshawn Parker, he is the MACJC Defensive Player of the Week after his 14 tackle and 3 sack performance last week. Parker, a 5'11", 225 sophomore from Calhoun City. He'll be the other inside linebacker. And rounding out the linebacking core will be Corley Hooper, 6'2", 210 freshman out of Ecru, Mississippi. In the secondary, Savante Oliver, a sophomore from Sardis, North Panola High School, 5'10", 165, and had an interception return for a touchdown versus Pearl River in Week 1. He'll be the starter at one cornerback spot. The other cornerback spot will be Ken Martin, who had an interception in last week's matchup. Martin at the corner, 6'1", 197, sophomore out of Columbus. Peyton Ray, a freshman from Madison Central High School, will draw the start at strong safety tonight. Ray, 5'10", 189. And the free safety will be Octavius McClatchy, 6'2", 195 freshman out of Independence High School. He, too, had an interception in last week's matchup. Now we'll take a look over at the offensive side of the ball, starting on the offensive line. Cameron Orr, 6'6", 300-pound redshirt sophomore out of Fulton. He'll draw the start at left tackle. Kayshawn Hanna, 6'6", 315 out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. A freshman will be the left guard. Charles Brooks, 6 tall, 315 out of Greenwood High School. A freshman will be your center. The right guard, Jacob Cunningham from Louisville, Mississippi, 6'4", 315 sophomore, will be the right guard. And the right tackle, also out of Louisville, Mississippi, will be Tim Yarbrough, 6'3", 260, and a freshman. Taking a look in the wide receiver core, Quay Tucker, at 5'11", 191 sophomore from Dadeville High School over in Alabama. 13 receptions for 166 yards and a touchdown on the year for Quay Tucker. Also will be Collins Woods III out of New Orleans, Louisiana. That's where he's from. He played his high school ball, though, over in Mobile, Alabama. 5 receptions for 92 yards and a touchdown last week. That is Collins Wood III at another wide receiver spot. And rounding out in the slot will be Barry Flowers, 5'10", 185 out of South Panola High School. The redshirt freshman had 3 grabs for 84 yards and 2 touchdowns in last week's action. Hiram Wadlington, 5'11", 190 sophomore, the MACJC Offensive Player of the Week. He is the starting running back, 5'11", 190 sophomore from Oxford, Mississippi. 52 rushes for 345 yards and a couple touchdowns on the year, but 134 of those yards on 14 carries came last week to go along with 1 touchdown. And the quarterback will be Clark Mills, 6 tall, 215, a sophomore out of Ecru, North Pontotoc High School. He was 15 for 26 last week, just over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, and only 1 interception. Handling the kicking duties will be Skylar Grissom out of Fulton. The punter will be Brett Benjamin out of Kossuth, the freshman. And the long snapper will be Kenner Mills out of Kossuth as well. Adam, there's a look at the starting lineup.
We'll take another break and come back and put the brakes on the Davis Ford pregame show. Let's hear from Coke and more as we're about 6 minutes and 15 seconds away from that First American National Bank opening kick here in Boonville between ICC and Northeast.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Nah, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare.
Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
With the easy
And welcome back to the Davis Ford pregame show as we put the brakes on the Davis Ford pregame show inside 3 minutes away from that First American National Bank opening kick between ICC and Boonville here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. Those that were listening to Super Talk before coming onto the show got to hear that the, Sports Talk Mississippi was here on campus today for this game, so adding even more to a big game atmosphere.
Yeah, I heard Dr. Allen on there earlier, too. He had a segment where they talked to him about everything going on at ICC. But, yeah, nice to have the Super Talk people and the Sports Talk Mississippi guys taking a look at junior college football here. Big night in the state of Mississippi.
Well, it's going to be a blackout night here in Boonville. Boonville will be in their black uniforms, white numerals trimmed in gold. ICC, as you just saw across the way and looking at them now, they're going to be in their white shirts with red shoulders and red pants, blue helmets across the way as well. So, guys, we're going to have also an interesting night because the Tiger Band is right in front of us here in the ICC broadcast booth, but right on cue is the ICC All-American Band directly across from us. And that's one thing a lot of people don't realize in this atmosphere is the battle of the bands that goes on throughout the game, and that just makes it even more special, Mr.
No
Jim.
doubt about it, Adam, and I might give the wrong figure here, but I believe we're 253 strong, the ICC band. I don't know what Northeast is, but they will have a fun time tonight. No matter who wins the game, after the game there'll be a battle of the band.
Yeah, I think that goes on for about 15 minutes, so we'll try to keep it here as long as we can in the postgame. Of course, time constrictions could do that. They are meeting at midfield right now as the ICC football team taking the field across the way. We'll keep an eye on, see who wins the coin toss here to start the contest. Guys, another big factor of this game is if you want to keep your playoff hopes alive, yes, there's still a lot of football left to play, but if you want to keep your playoff hopes alive, you got to win tonight.
Well, and that's the thing about it. That not only is this a rivalry game that has so many things riding on it, but you take a look at the beginning of the year for ICC. You started out 0-3. You're not happy with where you're at. You dropped the first division matchup to East Mississippi. But you go out there, you get a win last week, a must-win situation. Not often do you have a must-win that early on. That game last week was a must-win, though, for your season. They got that. Now you have the opportunity tonight in a big atmosphere, in a rivalry matchup, you get a win, and then suddenly that 0-3 turns into 2-3 and 2 division wins, a rivalry win under your belt. That gives a much different look to your season there in the span of 2 weeks.
Well, Northeast won the toss. They elect to defer to the second half. ICC will receive the football to start the contest. And, guys, buckle in. Get ready for those that are listening on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM, your new home for ICC football, as well as those that are joining us right here on Let'sGoICCTV.com, the Red Channel. Guys, we've said it before, and it can be said again. Anytime rivals get together, anything can happen. But you put ICC Northeast on the same field and mixing the facts of the MAC-JC game, really and truly, anything can happen.
No doubt about it, Adam. And as Jordan was saying, this is a big game. We found a way last week to win. And if you look at our schedule, we find a way tonight to beat our rivals. We're home for 2 home games in a row on teams that we think we can play with. So tonight is very important to build off last week's victory, find a way to win tonight, and then go back home for 2 big games.
So we're waiting this First American National Bank opening kickoff. Northeast will be kicking it off. ICC will be moving right to left on your radio dial here on Super Talk Mississippi. Don't forget, you can now tune in to Super Talk online when you're away from your car. Just visit Super Talk Mississippi, their overall website, and then you can find the Tupelo link there. So we're waiting this First American National Bank kickoff here from Northeast. And again, guys, I like it. No, actually, we're going to start it straight up 6:30 tonight. This kick is going to be angled towards the sideline, taken and actually knocked down at about the 8, where ICC will have it now. Slips off a tackle up the middle, trying to get to the outside. Wrapped up and dropped at the 35. Nice return to start the contest for the Indians.
Yeah, it looked like a disaster almost from the beginning. Javis Wren picks it up outside the numbers and bounces off his hand, scoops it up, finds some running room, and, hey, get the football to 35. That's field position you can win with right there. Good field position to open up the night for the Indians.
So it will be a first down and 10 here for the Indians. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance need, whether it be home, auto, or life, stop by and see Joey right there on South Adams Street. Clark Mills is your quarterback. Waddington, your reigning MACJC Offensive Player of the Week in the backfield with him. ICC, a lot of movement now on the offensive side. Mills, low snap, able to get it up. Now it's going to be a handoff to Tucker. Tucker going to try to get to the outside, looking for the corner. Gets it, and then will step out of bounds. Hey, good job that time by number 6, Quay Tucker. Looked like that was going to be hit for a loss on the play, able to find that speed and get around the corner.
Yeah, good job by Tucker there, as Northeast really did set that in. Just a bad angle there. Would have been a tackle for loss, but Tucker gets to the end, outside the numbers over there, turns it up, and picks up 3 yards. Hey, that's the key on first down. Pick up forward progress, 3-yard gain, makes a big difference.
So 2nd down and 7 now here for the Indians. Mills surveying the defense, still in the shotgun. Looking to pass. Quick pass out to the flat, just too tall. As it looked like he might have been trying to eye Tucker. Yes, he was. Intended for Tucker, and just couldn't quite get that one in. Pass incomplete. Stops the clock with 14:20 to go here. Still no score in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's one Clark would like to have back. That's just a simple out route, ran right to the first down marker and just sails it over his head. Never really gave his guy a chance to catch the football, and that puts you in a 3rd and long situation here.
So that is the case here. 3rd down and 7. And there's movement up front, so this should be a free play. They're actually going to blow it dead because there was contact on the line of scrimmage as the ball was just batted down that time by Northeast. I like the idea, Jim, of ICC saying, okay, free play, let's go long. But instead, because there was contact, the play was blown dead.
You're right. But looks like now, Adam, we're going to gain 5 yards here. That's right. Be 3rd down, 3rd and 2 here at opening series. Game's just started. 14-18 left in the first quarter. ICC 0, Northeast 0. Big down here, Jordan. Need to take advantage of this penalty.
Yeah, big difference in 3rd and 7 versus a 3rd and 2. Picking up that first down on your first possession, that can make a big difference in the course of the game. Need those 2 yards here. Need to get the football to the 45.
So Mills still in the shotgun. Waddington in the backfield with him. Now looks like Mills going to try to tuck and run it himself. He's going to go forward. He gets it across for the first down. There is a flag in late on the play. So we'll see what the flag is going to go. Actually, it looks like they're going to mark him at the 45. I thought he got across the 45. So it depends on if this is going to be a left foot, right foot mark here. But let's see what the referees say happened on that play. Well, don't have to worry about it now. Personal foul with the face mask. Guys, we saw this against ICC a couple of weeks ago. Untimely penalties coming back to kind of bite them. Early on tonight, it's biting the Tigers.
That's the freshman LaDerek Dispenza, 6'4", 280, defensive lineman there for Northeast. I guess as Mills was coming to the ground, he got that face mask and finished him off. I didn't see it very well, but that flag came flying in immediately. So needless to say, that'll move the chains across the midfield stripe. Goes the Indians.
First down for the Indians. Ball is just shy of the 40. It's going to be a handoff to Waddington, who is patient, trying to weave his way through traffic. And, guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. Running yardage tonight is going to be hard to come by, Jim, as this is a pretty good defensive front for Northeast.
No doubt about it, Adam. And they played well defensive all year in their first 4 games. He got maybe 1 or 2. They're going to give him a yard game, 2nd and 9. 13:40 left in the first quarter, no score.
Yeah, this is a defense, Adam, for Northeast. It's only given up 14.5 points a game, only 185 yards a game, and it's split 94 pass, 91 rush. So they've been good across the board, but it's definitely been hard to find running room in between the tackles.
Well, they actually move it up for a gain of 2 on the play, so we'll most definitely take that, a favorable spot here in Boonville this evening. 13:23 to go here in the first quarter. No score. ICC changing the play at the line of scrimmage. 2 running backs in the backfield. As Mills wants to drop back and pass. Has a man out in the flats, and again, just a little bit too far that time, as that pass was intended for Wren. And Jim, just a good angle taken that time by Northeast to get in front of that pass.
No doubt about it. He had to throw it away. If he throws it to the receiver, it might be a pick 6. Good coverage from the Northeast. Knew what we're doing there. Big down here, Jordan. 3rd down, 3rd and 8 to continue to drive.
Yeah, that's back-to-back 2nd down and 7, 2nd down and 8 situations where ICC's going to that out route off the right side. So that's something that Northeast has seen a lot of on film. They've played it right both times they've seen it so far. And this 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 range is where ICC really has struggled offensively so far on the year.
Well, ICC got a gift last time with the offside call. And now Mills looking to throw. He's got a man over the middle looking to go deep. And no, just off the fingertips. ICC fans wanting a flag, didn't get it. So the Indians dial up deep that time. And falls incomplete as it was intended for Flowers. He was there, just led him about a step and a half too far.
Yeah, it was a post route by Flowers. He was the only receiver off the left side. Comes back towards the middle. It looked to me like the cornerback that time, which was Damon Williams, the sophomore, had him by the left shoulder, was pulling back on that jersey. The back judge is right there looking, but nonetheless don't see the flag call and have to send the punting unit out.
Jordan, I hope they're consistent tonight. They're going to let that go. Got to let it go on the other team also.
Brett Benjamin on to attempt this Little Caesars punt. High and angled towards the sideline. ICC's going to have to hurry. Oh, it takes a back roll at the 1, and it's going to be down inside the 5. beautiful kick there off the foot of Benjamin, looking like Jim Ingram sandwich, backing it up so well that time.
Thank you, Adam. I appreciate that. It was a beautiful punt. High punt, non-returnable. Hit at the 3-yard line. We thought it was going to the end zone. Had some backspin, if you mentioned. They start out their own 5. They got to go 95 yards here.
And there's no points on that first drive there, Adam. But one thing you did do is you flipped that field. So you look at field position early on. That's something at the halftime break so far through the year we've looked at and seen where ICC has not won the field position battle very often. So far through the first quarter, no, it's only been one possession. But Northeast is snapping it off their own 3-yard line. That means field position has definitely swung the way of ICC.
So first down and 10, 12:47 to go here in the first quarter. Still no score between ICC and Northeast. Quick slant route over the middle was there, and a big-time gain to get out of the shadows of their own goal post. Good quick call on first down.
No doubt, Adam. You thought they were going to run the ball to tailback Weatherby. He faked it to him, had a crossing pattern across the middle, hit him, got 16 yards. Jordan got first and 10 at their own 20 now.
So it will be a first and 10, as Jim mentioned there. Northeast with 2 receivers now on both sides of football. Actually, they check him in as a lone back. Now it's going to be pressure as the quarterback's going to roll out. It's got a man in the flats. It's going to pop up. Oh, thought it had a chance to intercept it that time, but they're going to say it hit the turf before it popped up straight in the air. And so the pass will fall incomplete, 2nd and 10.
And you can see early on here kind of what the game plan is going to be for Northeast. Both plays so far, there's been a play fake to the running back. It's been the quarterback rolling outside of the pocket. So you see a guy, he's not a huge guy. He's listed at 6'2", probably not quite in that range. But you can see they want to move the pocket with him. They want to get him into some open space and give him some options.
2nd down and 10. This time it will be a handoff on the far side of the field. It's going to get around the corner, gets an extra block, lowers his head, and a solid pickup there on 2nd down. Looked like there might have been a little bit of a hold on the corner on the outside defensive back, but Weatherby picks up 8 on the play and makes it a 3rd down and manageable situation now here for the Tigers.
3rd downs is where ICC was very good last week. The defense bended some. It didn't break very often, but they stood strong on 3rd down. Need a big stop here.
Now they're going to pass it out to the flat. It's going to be complete, trying to get down the sideline. And just a quick, just what we like to call tight end dump type play there as he went across the middle and just got the quick pass and got the 1st down yardage.
Gladney's a guy he likes a lot in that situation. A sophomore from Northwest Rankin. That's his 19th grab on the year. He's only averaging about 8 yards a carry, but when they need those short yardage passes, Gladney's the guy they've looked for. They got him right there.
Now looking to pass, man in trouble. Going to release now, and just threw that one out of bounds. I tell you what, guys, if he doesn't get that one out of bounds, ICC has a shot at a pick 6 there.
I tell you what, that thing barely got back to the line of scrimmage. He was still inside the tackle box. They're going to say it got back, but Coach Cannon was standing right there on the line of scrimmage. It wasn't by much.
Yeah, it was one of those borderline ones there, and we'll just say, can't say a break, but we'll say probably the right call there in this situation. 2nd down and 10, play action fake, pass over the middle. It's complete again, and it's going to be for another 1st down. And, guys, we're going to see a heavy dose of tight ends tonight here from Northeast as they've got 2 big tight ends in this lineup, and they're able to go.
Yeah, Johnson, the tight end, freshman out of Montgomery, Alabama. That's his 14th reception so far on the year. He just slipped in behind the linebacker right there and rumbled for a big gain.
So now it will be a 1st and 10 as the ball is across midfield. Handoff is going to be to Weatherby. Weatherby's going to be hit and dropped after a little bit of no gain on the play. They're actually going to mark him back at the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be a 2nd down and 10 situation. Jim, we remember a couple of years ago when we were here against Northeast, their tight end had a huge game against us and ultimately was the difference in that game whenever we lost it here at in Boonville.
You're right, Adam, and we're watching their tight end tonight, as we mentioned, good-looking freshman going across the middle. We've got to have our linebackers help out the safeties when the tight end go across the middle.
High snap is going to be reeled in. Weatherby's will have it, but there's the Indians for the stop.
Great job up front that time. That's Keyshawn Parker as well as 45 Shaquille Brown. Just bust through, blow the center up, and meet Sean Dalton Weatherby in the backfield. That's a big tackle for loss on 2nd down and force a 3rd and long.
So as Jordan mentioned now, loss of 1 on the play will be a 3rd down and long situation. 10-15 to go here in the first quarter. Still scoreless between ICC and Northeast. And, of course, if you're ICC right now, you need to identify your tight ends that are lined up in the slot position across the way. As Northeast does have some pretty big wide receivers here. 3rd down and 11. The ball is at the 49-yard line. Dropping back to pass, plenty of time to throw. Over the middle, it's caught. And, it's going to be close, guys.
He's going to be a little short, I think, Adam.
And now the referee's going to walk it up another step, and they're going to give him that 1st down. I can't disagree with that call. Just unfortunate for ICC. They were about a step too slow to get there.
They're saying they will move the chains. Just a step slow there. Keyshawn Parker came on a delayed blitz between the tackles, shot right up the middle, and he got into the backfield on top of Jack Mangle, but was just a second too late. Good job by Mangle to stand in there.
1st and 10, another quick pass, and the Indians quickly over on the side to make the play. And I'll tell you what, I do like this Northeast Tigers attack here to start the contest. They're not thinking about it a whole lot, and if the Indians can ever time up one of these routes, they can intercept it. It's almost as if they know who they're going to off the snap, Mr. Jim, as they're making very quick passes.
That's what they're doing, and making quick passes. They don't have to block long. They're running 5, 6, 10-yard patterns where they release the ball. They're not running the long pass, Jordan.
Yeah, it's timing patterns. Getting the football out on time, wide receiver knowing it's coming. That's what you've seen so far.
Inside 9 minutes to play now, and there's going to be another pass out. The ball is going to be hit and dropped quickly that time by the Indians. So the Indians given a little bit of cushion there, able to get the ball out to the 30-yard line, pick up a 3 on the play. So it will bring up about a 3rd down and 3 situation here for the Tigers.
12th play of the drive coming up so far right here. Looks like Northeast going to go 5 wide. They'll keep it tight end out wide of the numbers to the left. Probably 4 down territory, though, if you don't pick it up here, Adam.
So it is going to be a 3rd down, and let's call it a long 3 situation here for the Tigers. Snap back pressure coming from the Indians. It's going to be out and complete. And again, just one of those go-stop routes. And the Tigers move the chains once again.
Jordan and Adam were giving a little bit too much cushion. They're throwing those 5 and 6 yards patterns. We have to jump the patterns here and make them throw it a little bit deeper.
Yeah, you saw the secondary give a little bit cushion. Defense brought an extra blitzer that time, so 5 guys came at Mangle. But for a freshman, he's standing right there in the pocket, surveying the defense and delivering very catchable footballs.
Very nice drive to start the contest here for the Tigers. Now looking to pass and going to be knocked down, and good timing that time, as that was Slavonte Oliver that came in and got there right as the football did and knocked that one down. That's the reason why he's going to Memphis next year.
Yeah, he was trying to get the football, Mangle that is, that time trying to get the football to Carson Banks, the slot guy, came on a post back towards the corner. Got good pressure off his left side, forced to let go of that one a little bit early. Slavonte Oliver watched him the whole time, spying him down, watching his eyes, jumped that route, nearly intercepted. Falls to the ground incomplete.
7:57 left in the first quarter. No score, ICC Northeast.
Handoff is going to be to Weathersby in the backfield. He's a load when he gets it, and a solid pickup there of about 4 on the play. Gets the ball out to the 20-yard line. Where to be a second down and 6 now with 7:45 to go here in the first quarter.
I tell you what, Weatherby's a kid. He looks like he should be lining up in the power I and coming downfield at you. I mean, 5'11", 215 freshman. And he's the power style back. He's the tailback you put in the I formation. As 3rd down here for Northeast off the 20-yard line.
Yeah, so we'll see if the Indians can tighten down here defensively, as they've been given about that 5 to 6, maybe 7-yard cushion, and Northeast has just been nickel and diming their way down the field. 3rd down and a long 5, short 6. They are going to go out to the flats, but there's the Indians on the play. Well, good read that time by the Indians. Had an idea where they wanted to go with it. Came up and made the hit, as I believe that was Jaquan Williams coming up and making the play.
Yeah, that was Williams. He's just seen that out route in front of him one too many times. You see, he allows the football to get there. It's caught, but delivers a big hit there. About 3 yards short of the 1st down marker, but Northeast going to keep their offense on the field.
Well, a big-time play here is it's going to be 4th down and 3. They go for the hard snap count. Indians don't budge on it. There's 15 seconds on the play clock, so plenty of time. Boy, that ICC All-American band getting loud across the way. Now dropping back to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Oh, there was a holding, but no call. The pass, though, is going to be incomplete. Great job by the ICC defense coming up and making the play there, guys, and forced the 4 and out.
Yeah, held tough right there in the red zone, Adam. That's what you like to see. Good pressure up front. The defense, which bent the secondary a little bit throughout the possession, they held strong when it got into the red zone when it matters, and they'll get the football back for their offense. Guys, that was a 15-play drive that comes up with no points.
Good job by our defense. Just mentioned they used a lot of clock there in the first quarter, had the ball a long time, a lot of plays, but hey, they came away with 0 points.
Shout out to Tyrone Fox, who is watching here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. As now it's going to be a 1st down and 10 situation. Indians with the ball. Handoff is going to be to Wadlington. Wadlington going to try to cut it back up the middle. He's quickly knocked to the turf, but guys, pretty impressive that they are able to get yardage after contact for Highland Wadlington.
Yeah, that's a good job by Wadlington, too. That play is designed to come off the left tackle, but there was no running room there. He kicks it back up the middle. He picks up some running room, but there wasn't a whole lot there. But again, 2 yards on 1st down. That's better than losing 3.
We want to go ahead and apologize for those that are watching and listening here. In case you can't hear us, the Northeast Tuba section is literally Jordan could reach his hand out and smack the kid right now if he needed to.
And we might ask him to in a little while.
So now it's going to be a 2nd down and 8 situation. 5:55 to go here in the first quarter. Still no score between ICC and Northeast. Mills in the shotgun in the backfield by himself. Now a quick pass over the middle and a lot of contact. ICC once again wanting a flag thrown, but I think it's a good no call as he got there right as the ball did.
That's the nickelback, Demarion Parham. He was just sitting in a zone right in the middle of the field. I don't know if Clark didn't see him or what, but he fired it in there. I don't think pass interference or anything like that should have been thrown. He was just standing right there, got his hands on the football. And again, you're in that 3rd and long area. That's just not comfortable for this offense right now.
Shout out to Tyler Kemp and Dr. Jay Allen, who are on their way up to the ball game right now. Dr. Allen had to take care of a little home life as Emma is on the homecoming court.
Right.
So wanted to make sure he took care of the family life as well. Now out of the shotgun again, looking to go downfield, and a beautiful catch that time by the Indians. Just a great timing route, and that's going to move the chain.
That's one of the best throws I've seen out of Clark Mills all year right there. He 3-step drop, looks right, knows that's his guy there, fires it in a spot where only his guy can catch it. Good job to lay out and make the reception by Collins Woods III, and the Indians will move the chains.
1st down and 10. This 1st down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. This time 2 running backs in the backfield, Quarles and Waddington back there. It's going to be a handoff to Waddington, who now is going to cut across the grain up the middle, lowers his head, and gets out near the 35-yard line. I'll tell you what, if it's not a tackle there at Waddington is still running after a gain of 7.
Yeah, and you want to see more of that from Hiram Waddington. Let's run some tempo right here. Let's snap it. Let's get the football back in his hands. He feeds off that energy right there. Go back to him again.
2nd down and a short 4, long 3 now for the Indians. Mills is going to check at the line of scrimmage. Same set as we saw before with Quarles and Waddington in the backfield. This time it's going to be a give to Quarles. Quarles going to try to get to the outside. Nothing doing there. Northeast getting in the backfield, making the stop on the play. That was R.J. Wilson on the carry. And the Tigers defense jumping.
Not much running room for Wilson that time, trying to get in a hole between the right guard and the right tackle, and a good push out of the linebacking core to get in there and help the defensive line bring the ball carrier down behind the line of scrimmage.
You're right, Jordan. He lost 2 yards. We got 4:15 left in the first quarter. ICC 0, Northeast 0. Big down here, 3rd and 5 for the Indians. The ball's at their own 33-yard line.
So as Jim mentioned, 3rd down and 5. And it's going to be a handoff to Waddington. Waddington trying to find a seam, but nothing going there. And again, guys, let's give credit where credit's due. An impressive surge at that defensive line there by Northeast. A gain of 1 on the play will bring up a 4th down and 4 situation here for the for the Indians. So you feel like this is going to be a punting situation.
Yeah, that right side of the offensive line, Cunningham and Cameron Orr, they're really struggling with the pressure they're seeing off the right side. Again, Waddington just runs right in there in the middle of it, nowhere to go.
Little Caesar's punt getting set to come off the foot of Benjamin. He had a good one last time. Pinned the Tigers inside the 5. Plenty of time to kick this one away, and not as good this time. As it's going to hit and needs to take an ICC roll, and it will inside the 40-yard line as that one came off the side of the foot of Benjamin.
About a 34-yard punt there for Benjamin by my count. So you don't have them deep inside their own territory like you did last time, but they did go on a 15-play drive. Your defense held tough in the red zone. So that's all you can ask.
So, yes, it is going to be 1st down and 10, 3:22 to go here in the first quarter. Still no score between ICC and Northeast. We'll try to also bring you some scoreboard updates throughout the evening here. Of course, those scoreboard updates being brought to you by First American National Bank, reminding you to follow the flag from ICC. Yeah, there's one in Fulton, but from Iuka to Tupelo, that's First American National Bank.
I'm going to keep my eye on the 2 tight ends here, Marquise Johnson as well as Hayden Bryce. They were used a lot on that first possession.
And this time it's going to be a new quarterback in the game, and he's going to keep it. He's hit hard, but he's still able to fall forward, as that was number 9, Patrick Felton, in on the carry that time, and a big-time pickup there on 1st down.
So Felton, a guy who you see him out there, and you may call it the Wildcat set. He's actually a quarterback, though. He's out of Tifton, Georgia, 6'1", 220 freshman. He's attempted 25 passes on the year, completing 12 of those. But you can see right there, probably more of a run-first style quarterback as they put a man in motion and ran him off the right side.
Now it's going to be the same set and the same result here as Felton just goes forward, breaks off one tackle, gets across the 40, down to the 39. And I'll tell you what, he ripped that one off in chunks, guys, but part of that is ICC missing tackles.
We missed some tackles there, Adam, but he is a load. They say he's 220. I bet he's 225. He is the running quarterback. Got good feet, good speed, good balance.
Looks like he can play tight end. I mean, they've got several good tight ends, but this is a guy right here in Felton who looks like if they needed him to put a hand on the ground, he could do it too.
So it will be a 1st down and 10. Tigers marching again. And Felton, he's just going to take it all on his own right now. If it's not broke, don't fix it. As Felton charging down the field, looks like a gain of 6, maybe 7 on the play. And right now the Tigers are marching with ease, guys.
This is no doubt they're just pulling a guard around the left side and the right side and just running with the quarterback. Got a lead blocker, Jordan. He's making some good blocks, good runs.
Numbers game, Jim. They've got more blockers than ICC has defenders right there in the box. It looks like they're going to put an extra defender inside the box here. Go 7 guys instead of 6 on the last 2 plays.
And Felton's going to keep again, and the Indians are there this time as they're going to knock him down, but still a gain of about 2 on the play.
Yeah, ICC, Coach Cannon's able to change up his personnel group that time. He went with an extra linebacker in the package, took the nickel guy out. You see it kind of blew it up right there at the line of scrimmage. It's tough when they've got that extra blocker out front and a running quarterback. You've only got 6 guys in the box. It's hard to slow them down, but that extra defender in the box should help that.
1:30 to go here in the first quarter. Still no score between ICC and Northeast. Rivalry night tonight here in Boonville. A big crowd across the way for ICC fans, equally large here on the other side for Northeast. Pass out to the 30-yard line. The Indians wrapped him up. Would have stopped him, would have forced it a 4th down and 1, but again, another missed tackle, and that's going to move the chains for another 1st down for the Tigers.
Yeah, Adam, and that was going to be enough to stop him. It's Savante Oliver, the corner, who played really well on that first drive, steps up, needs to wrap up there, needs to get that guy on the ground, bring up the 4th down opportunity. He's able to slip away and move the chains.
1 minute to play now here in the first quarter. ICC 0, Northeast 0. Thanks for those that are listening here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM and watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com. High snap. Quarterback Felton's able to get it, throws over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Northeast fans wanting a flag, and they're going to get it. Even though it looked to be uncatchable, I don't know if that uncatchable ball is still a rule now, as a late flag came in on the play that time. So a tough break there for the Indians.
Well, here's what you got to look at, Adam. Is that's a slot receiver coming on a post back towards the goal post there. That's Carson Banks. He stands at 5'7", and it sailed about 2 feet over his head.
Yep.
So I think that's going to be uncatchable in my book.
And the referees are going to talk this one over here, and
I think they're just trying to get a number here, though. They're going to throw the flag.
Well, I don't know. I don't know that the uncatchable ball is still a rule. I think if there's contact made, it's something weird because I had somebody explain this to me one time because there was a ball that sailed like 10 yards beyond the receiver, and they say they have the right to say that, well, if he wasn't impeded on the play, then he would have had a chance to get the ball. Well, unless the guy was 8 foot tall.
Yeah, I was about to say, unless that 5'7" kid grows 7 inches before the ball's thrown, he's not catching it.
And can jump another 3 foot.
He's not catching it.
So a break there for the Tigers as it moves the chains, 1st down and 10. And Felton's going to keep again this time, runs into his own guy, bounces off of him, and able to get the ball out near the 5-yard line. And I'll tell you what, this is just a Patrick Felton show on this drive, guys, and he's force-feeding the Indians the football right now as the ball is down to where they're going to mark it. They're going to mark it inside the 5. I thought he got down to the 5, so they're going to mark it at the 8.
Yeah, Northeast kind of stalled out inside the red zone on their first possession, ended up turning it over on downs, but it looks like Coach Greg Davis says we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to go to the tight end at quarterback and Patrick Felton. We're going to run the football. That's what we've seen so far.
Well, 10 seconds on the play clock. On the game clock. They do hand it off in the backfield this time. There's the Indians on the play to make the stop, and that will end the first quarter of play. So a positive stop there for the Indians as we end the first quarter. As we're scoreless here in Boonville, we're going to take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network and Super Talk Mississippi.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Car Hop Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value.
Time that!
You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this.
Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or 6-inch Philly plus tots for $2.99.
My mom never let me eat this much cookie dough.
What would she say if she saw you eating this big scoop cookie dough blast?
I don't know. I ask her.
Don't tell your father.
Oh, naughty, naughty.
Hurry in and scoop up our new cookie dough treats. Try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back to action as we're a little bit of slow out of the gate here as the referees are continuing to talk about something here, so not really sure what the conversation is, as 0-0 is your score. Guys, your thoughts on the first quarter of play there. Jim, let's start with you.
You know, Adam, they've had good possessions. Northeast has got a lot of yardage, a lot of plays here. They hadn't scored yet. We've got to find a way to stop them here, Adam. It's 3rd and 6. They got the ball, I believe, at our 8-yard line. Let's be honest, Northeast has done a good job controlling the ball, but we played good defense down the very end of our defense. Need to do it again on our home turf.
Well, now they're going to put the ball in play. They're actually going to mark it at the 9 instead of the 8. So
that must have been what the conversation was about.
So it will be Tiger ball here as they can throw the slant route. There's Oliver with the quick tackle. The ball is down to the 5. Not going to be enough for the first down, but it is going to make it a 4th down and manageable situation here. Good open field tackle that time by Oliver, who missed one earlier.
Yeah, he kind of makes up for it there. So he had an opportunity late in the first quarter to make a tackle there and stall him out on a 3rd down. Nonetheless, though, he missed that one, but he steps up against this one right here and forces a 4th down. Now it's decision time for Coach Davis and the Northeast Tigers. Do you keep your offense out there, try to convert on 4th and short, or do you kick it? Offense is out there. Looks like they'll go for it.
So the snap is going to be to Felton, and oh my gosh, what a hit! Who was that?
Who do you think that was, Adam?
Parker
from Calhoun City.
And he knocked Felton back to Calhoun City. My Lord.
I tell you what, great job by Keyshawn Parker as he sees the man coming in motion. He's seen that play a couple times. He shoots in there between the guard and the tackle, and he meets Patrick Felton in the backfield. For those watching on Let's Go ICC, watch that replay there. They did not block him whatsoever. He came through free and blew up the quarterback in the backfield. That right there, Adam, is why he's the player of the week.
I'm just going to say this. I'm glad I didn't cuss because that would have been my natural reaction. My goodness, that's one of the hardest hits I've seen at ICC in quite a while.
He knocked 2 people down, and they lost 5 yards. He knocked 2 ball carriers down.
Goodness, a big-time stop there as the Indians will let to go with a quick snap, and there is a flag down now, so a little discombobulation all on the field right now. So
it's a strange place for that flag, too, to be a run off the left side, and the line judge on the home sideline throws a flag, but offsides against Northeast.
We'll take it, 1st and 5.
That explains why it was an odd play. He may have saw the offside, snapped it in a hurry to get him offside, so a big-time play there for the Indians, but let's mark that down, folks. That right there, so far, Keyshawn Parker's hit could be the play of the game.
Well, and that's twice now that ICC's given up a bunch of yards. I mean, 120 yards in the first quarter, but they've held strong in the red zone both times and kept the scoreboard even at 0.
Jordan, the main thing is 0's on the board.
So it'll be a 1st down and 5 here for the Indians out of the shotgun position. They try to go the quick route, and it's going to be batted down, nearly intercepted on the play. It was there, but a good job on that corner blitz coming up. Couldn't get to the quarterback, doing as your coach, just get those arms in the way.
Just took too long to develop. As Clark sees the corner drop down, he knows that blitz is coming off the side and didn't snap it fast enough. You snap that thing as soon as you can. Sometimes you got a pump fake or you fire it in there, but when that corner's coming, you know the wide receiver, the near side is going to be open.
So it is going to be a 2nd down and 5 situation now. Ball is on the 15, 13:51 to go until halftime. Hand off to Waddington. Waddington's going to get some positive yardage, but not enough to move those chains. So it will be a 3rd down and probably 2 situation coming up here for the Indians.
Just been a real battle right there in the trenches so far tonight. The offensive line for ICC's had their hands full, especially in the run game.
And so it is going to be a 3rd down and 2 situation. The clock is running with 13:30 to go here until halftime. I want to say this, that we're having to shout when the band plays. So when they suddenly stop and we're still shouting, we apologize. So it's going to be coming up on 13:15 to play now. 10 seconds on the play clock. And they're going to hand off again in the backfield. Waddington being patient. And it's going to be hit and drop. And I don't think it's going to be enough. He's going to be about a yard shy.
He's short. They went with a package with 2 tight ends in the set. Tried to get an extra blocker off the right side. And again, it's just where the three guys in the black jerseys from Northeast won the battle, got through there, brought Wallington to the ground. As you see, Wallington trying to give his offensive lineman a little pep talk there as they go off the field. There's some visible frustration there, just not finding much running room right now as the sophomore from Oxford.
Yeah, Waddington saying, guys, we got to get these 2 yards in these type situations. So it'll be another Little Caesars punt. Snap back's a good one. Benjamin will kick this one away, a high kick. And it's going to be fielded and fair caught at the 50-yard line. So more good field position for the Tigers. So we talked about it on that first play. The Indians pinned them inside the 5. Now the Tigers have been able to pin the Indians back and get pretty good field position starting there for them.
You know, Adam, they got good field position. They've had it all night, Jordan. They've moved up and down the field so far. We've stopped them when they gotten close to our goal line, stopped on a couple fourth down plays where they chose not to try the field goal attempt. They chose to go for it, and we stopped them. But they've been controlling the line of scrimmage here in this ballgame so far.
Hey, let's see what they do offensively, especially with the quarterback here. It's been a tale of 2 drives. Jack Mangle went the first drive. He was 8 of 12 passing for 67 yards. That drive stalled out. It was Patrick Felton on the second drive. He rushed it 5 times for 33 yards, and that drive stalled out. So here on this third possession, their first of the second quarter, looks like we'll see Jack Mangle back out there.
So they do run that rotating quarterback as it's going to be a high snap. And the pass is going to be complete. Just, again, that quick slant route. And, guys, if the Indians can ever time that up, because that's what Mangle's been throwing all night tonight, just a quick, basically one step and just timing routes.
Yeah, there's been nothing that's been designed to go deep downfield. Everything's quick, 3 seconds in the quarterback's hand, get it out in a hurry. You've seen the underneath routes, the slants, the posts. Nothing deep, though. They haven't tested the back end of the defense yet.
Second down and 5, once again looking to pass. Now they do go deep. It's got a man going down the sideline and throws that one about 6 yards out of bounds. And so that one will fall incomplete, bring up a third down and 5.
Yeah, nowhere to go with the football there for Mangle. As the safety drops down, the cornerback's there step and step. Just a second down play. There was nothing there from the get-go. Gets them in a 3rd and 5.
Possession down, 3rd and 5. They got the ball at our 45-yard line. Second quarter, no score, 12 minutes left in the second quarter.
So Mangle in the shotgun. Does have Weatherby in the backfield with him. 3 receivers on the far side of the field, 1 here at the bottom. And it's going to be a bubble screen here to the outside, and it's set up beautifully. Gets the first down, and another big hit by the Indians. But still moves the chains for the Tigers.
That play was made that time by the tight end, Marquise Johnson, a freshman. As he's lined up on the line of scrimmage, he sees Bubble. He gets out front. He makes his block, and he opens up the running lane. Enough room to get the first down.
Yes.
Jordan, he made a good play, but Kenneth Martin laid the wood on him, Adam. We've had some good licks tonight on defense.
Unfortunately, though, for the Indians, it does move the chains for the first down, and the Tigers continue the drive. 11:35 to play here. Handoff to Weatherby. He's going to be hit and drugged back. A nice stop at the line of scrimmage that time for ICC.
Yeah, 22, Keaton Kager, as well as another host of linebackers there. 35, I see Javarius Benson in on that one as well. As just blow up the line that time, get there to bring Weatherby down at the line of scrimmage.
So now it's going to be a second down and 10 situation here. 11:13 to go until halftime. 0-0 is your score between ICC and Northeast. We do want to welcome those watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com as well as listening on Super Talk Mississippi. Nearly ran into the snap that time. Slant route, and it's overthrown or underthrown. Boy, I tell you what, though, that play was kind of busted from the get-go as the man in motion nearly ran into the snap. Had to kind of stop and dodge it.
That time is completely off. That snap needs to get back to the quarterback before the slot man gets there. It's an option. It's the quarterback's read. He's read the defensive end. If he crashes, that's a handoff over the side. But when the slot guy's passed already, there's no way to hand that off. That makes you one-dimensional, and that'll throw a quarterback off. 3rd and long now for Northeast.
3rd down and 10 to be stacked. The clock stops with 10:58 to play here in the second quarter. 0-0 ICC and Northeast. We do want to remind you to stay tuned at halftime. We'll have the Little Caesars halftime report. Also coming your way will be the ICC All-American Band performance here on tonight's broadcast. Back to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Now flushed out of the pocket. Looking to go deep. He's got a man down the sideline. Wide open. And that's going to be a touchdown.
There's a coverage bust up the near sideline over there for Northeast. As number 10, Sir Marcus Evans, slipped in behind the corner. That time it was Jaquan Williams. And it was a zone set. He slipped in behind. He does the right job as his quarterback rolls right. He backpedals. He finds himself wide open, and that's an easy touchdown from Mangle to Evans.
Adam, he bought some time. It kept spreading out to the right. No pressure on him. As Jordan mentioned, Evans, the receiver from Tupelo, Mississippi from Northeast, got open deep in the end zone.
So with 10:48 to go here in the second quarter, it's now 6-0. Northeast with the lead, awaiting the extra point attempt here for the Tigers. Snap is a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is true. 7-0 Northeast with the lead. We're going to take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 7-0 is your score after that touchdown pass by Northeast. Just a busted coverage by that ICC secondary. And guys, I'm not going to try to sound rude by saying this, but that ICC secondary has been suspect on the deep ball this season.
It's just a communication bust there. As when that quarterback rolls right, he's got lots of time. It's the corner's job. He's got to make sure nobody gets behind. The safety's got responsibilities. The corner has a responsibility. They've got to trust each other to do their job, communicate better. The communication part is the one, Jim, that stuck out to me.
No doubt, Jordan. You know, he got loose, got behind. You got to know he's behind you. We lost a man. Quarterback bought some time rolling out. Touchdown.
So this First American National Bank kick is going to be taken and is fumbled by the Indians. Now picked up just as he crosses the 15-yard line, looking for somewhere to go and nothing doing there. And then the ball comes free, and that's a turnover, guys.
Still waiting on a motion there.
If they give this football to ICC, this is the biggest break ever.
They're giving it to ICC. I tell you what, that's 2 kickoff returns now for ICC. Well, they haven't fielded one clean yet.
I'm also going to say this. I had a great angle looking through my window. The player from ICC was sitting on the chest of the Northeast player when he dropped the football. Unless his feet were out of bounds, that was a fumble. So I'm going to say a missed call that time that goes in the favor of ICC.
And we'll take it. We need a break.
Yes, in a big way there. So it will be a first down and 10 situation here for the Indians. 10:38 to go until halftime. 7-0 is the lead in favor of the Tigers of Northeast.
Big possession for ICC right here. You trail, it's still early, still got plenty of time. Your offense has struggled so far. Need to pick up some yardage, though. Need to at least flip the field.
So Mills is out of the shotgun. Waddington in the backfield. He's going to get the handoff. Tries to cut it back up the middle. Runs into a brick wall that time. And, guys, I get it. Waddington's a good running back. But right now that defensive line is just winning the battle up front. And little to no gain that time for the Indians.
ICC's having a lot of trouble in blocking the 2 big guys in the middle. Isaiah Forte, the sophomore out of Montgomery, Alabama, 6'1", 320. He leads the team in tackles for loss, and he nearly had another one right there. So he's just blowing up the entire left side of the line right now.
Jordan, they're going to force us to throw the football. We've got to make some passes, got to make some completions. They're stopping the run. They've done well all year stopping the run.
So it will be now 2nd down and 10. Inside 10 minutes to play here until halftime. 7-0. Northeast leading your Indians as Waddington now will go in motion. Mills, your quarterback, looking towards Waddington. Taken away. Now Mills is in trouble. Going to have to hurry up and throw this one downfield. Jump ball out of bounds. And again, that defensive line just continued to win that battle.
Yeah, that time they even had an extra blocker in there. They brought Quay Tucker and put him off the left side of Mills. And he hung with the guy as long as he could, but eventually Mills knows that clock's going off. He's got to get rid of the football. It's just not a lot of time as there's an offensive lineman coming off the field. Looks like Kayshawn Hanna comes off the field for ICC on this 3rd down play. So a new body up front for the Indians.
Adam, possession down, 9:45 left in the 2nd period. Northeast 7, ICC 0. We got a 3rd and 9. Jordan, we got our ball at our own 18-yard line.
Waddington and Tucker's in the backfield here with Mills. Mills out of the shotgun. Gets it, zips it outside, and the pass is going to be incomplete. Low throw that time. Trying to come back and get the football was Woods. And now it's going to be a 4th and 9 situation here for the Indians.
That's a good job there by Jordan Strong of Northeast. He's right there for the out route. Woods turns it right there at the 1st down marker. Would have been enough to move the chains, but he's standing right there with it, and that forces Clark to have to throw one low, and Woods just can't keep his hands underneath it. Going to have to send the punting unit out again.
Guys, we got 9 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. This is our 4th punt already of the ball game.
So Benjamin back to attempt this Little Caesars punt. Hey, ICC fans, don't forget the quickest pizza in Itawamba County just got quicker thanks to the new Little Caesars out there in Fulton, awaiting the snap here as the play clock down to 5 seconds. Gets the snap off and plenty of time to kick it. Had a man back there applying pressure. The ball is going to go back and it's going to take a roll. And my, oh my, what a booming kick here from Benjamin. And asking, why did you touch the ball? It was still taking some positive roll that time for the Indians. But
that's a 58-yard punt, Adam.
Yeah.
I mean, that completely flips the field. That's a spot there where Northeast easily could have had that one around the midfield stripe. Instead, this snap will be all the way back at their own 25-yard line. And it looks like Coach Davis feels like that thing may have got touched a little bit further up the field. But I don't think he's going to win that battle.
I think what he was arguing said that they weren't giving the guy room to return it, but it was kicked over his head.
It was kicked over his head. There's nothing you could do. You can't give him a 10-yard acre or a 10-yard plot there to pick it up.
Well, if he did argue that the ball was touched further up the field, he did win that because they originally spotted at the 25. Instead, now it goes to the 28-yard line. We're to be first down and 10 here for the Tigers.
They're sticking with Mangle at quarterback.
So Mangle will stay in. First down and 10. Play action fake. Looking to pass. Got his tight end right there coming out of the backfield. Picks up the first down and then some. Guys, I'm just going to say this right now. Northeast can do no wrong on offense.
That's a great play design. Great job again by the tight end, Marquise Johnson. He's lined up off the left side. He fakes the block. He slips out. Mangle gets him the football. Plenty of running room. I mean, ICC doesn't have a defender over there. That's the easy 18-yard pickup.
Jordan, the linebacker, got lost. He's wide open for that pass.
So first down and 10 now. The ball is at the 45-yard line. Play action fake again. Basically runs that little bubble screen to the other side, and it's going to be another significant pickup as he's going to be hit and dropped out of bounds, and he will get out past the 40 to about the 39-yard line, and the Tigers again picking it up in chunks right now.
Yeah, Carson Banks will get credited with the reception, but again, it's the tight end who was the furthest in slot man, Marquise Johnson, that is. He sets the block, he seals the end, and picks up little 5'7" Carson Banks, plenty of running room.
This time they're going to head it off in the backfield and trying to get to the end, and he's going to be ran out of bounds, just ran out of real estate that time, as that was Jackson on the carry, but Guy still manages to pick up about 4 yards on the carry.
Yeah, Jackson, a good-looking freshman out of Louisville, Mississippi, playing right there with Sean Dalton Weatherby. So a host of young running backs here for Northeast. Really offensively at the skill positions, they're young all around. 2 freshman quarterbacks, 2 freshman running backs, freshmen all through the wide receiving core, and those young guys have found plenty of ways to move the football offensively so far tonight.
Second down and 6 is the situation now here for the Tigers. And it's going to be a handoff in the backfield. He's going to be stacked up in the line of scrimmage, and the Indians are there that time to make the stop.
Yeah, Jaquan Lott lined up on the nose that time, won the battle one-on-one. Gets in there to make that tackle after only a couple yards, so be a third down opportunity. If there's one place where Northeast has struggled offensively so far on the night, it's been on third downs. They've not been a great third down team, not been terrible, 34% conversion rate on third downs, but here's a big one, 3rd and 6.
Play action going deep, and it's going to go out of bounds. Sorry, I switched to the replay instead of back to the play there. It's intended for Gladney, goes out of bounds, so now will be another 4th and long situation, 4th down and 6 here for the Tigers.
Good job there, Sylvante Oliver in coverage. He knows what the sideline's at, knows that thing is going to have to be fired right in that window to be completed, takes away anything underneath, forces that thing to be thrown way too high for Gladney to make a play on it. Now it looks like we're going to see Northeast send the punting unit out.
And rightfully so, as Northeast defense has been stifling tonight. See if they can force the Indians to have to drive long here once again, as now it will be a 4th and 6, 7:32, as the snap back's a good one, and he's going to just drop this one and try to pin the Indians here, and it's going to get, no, it's not, yeah, it will run into the end zone. What a great effort that time, though, by number 32 for the Tigers, as that was Joyner.
Is he marking it to 1?
Well,
the ball, have to stop the ball?
The ball
other referee's talking to him.
Yeah.
It's going to the 20. Come on.
Yeah, the ball rolled into the end zone.
It did, and the other referee said, no, it's at the 1.
They're marking that football at the 1 yard line. If they are,
that's what the one referee in there.
The whole crew's going to talk about it, but
the ball
that football has to be stopped at the 1 yard line.
He did not stop it.
And they're going to continue to talk about this one here. And I'm with you guys. The ball never stopped as it did roll into the end zone, so they're having to talk this one over here.
ICC is sending their offensive unit out like they're going to snap this thing off the 1, but there's no way this thing should be snapped off the 1 yard line.
Well, that's where it's going to be, guys.
They're putting the ball at the 1.
Inside the 1.
I'm surprised.
That's pitiful. I mean, I don't guess I can get fined, Adam.
Jordan's taking over for Adam.
Jim, you're surprised. I'm not.
That's pitiful. He's laying in the end zone with the football. Now we're going to snap this thing off the 1 inch line.
You know, we all make mistakes. They made a bad call there.
That's just a bad time to make that mistake if you're an ICC fan. So the ball inside the 1, as ICC will have it here, 1st down and 10. And it's going to be a keeper by Mills, and the middle opens for Mills, and he's able to go forward and pick up ball out to about the 5 yard line. So not a bad pickup there. Good safe call. They were looking for Hiram to go, or excuse me, give it to Wadlington, and then that Mills able to just get a little bit of yardage there.
It's been a lot of Wadlington through the running game so far, so good job there by Mills. Fake that give, keep it up the middle, and at least give yourself a little bit of breathing room. You're not standing in your own end zone here for this snap.
And this time the give is going to be to Wadlington. Wadlington bounces it to the outside, lowers his head, and going to get the ball out near the 10-yard line. Probably the best run of the night we've seen out of Wadlington.
He's trying to get that edge every time, Jim. He struggled to get that. But when you see him come on that counter play, get that thing back to the left off tackle, that's what he's trying to do. He finally found a little running room off the tackle that time.
Big down here, guys. 3rd and 1. We got the ball on our own 10-yard line. We're down 7-0. 6:30 left until halftime.
Snap this thing in a hurry. They're nowhere near set.
So Mills in the shotgun, now going to check to the sideline. I'm with you. I mean, Northeast was still shifting around. ICC could have caught him off guard there. But now they're going to check to the sidelines and get to play. Mills looks like he's going to keep it again this time. He's going to lower his head. He breaks through the middle. Mills a chance to keep running here out across the 30. Going to get it out to the 35-yard line. Big run there for the Indians.
Yeah, great job by Clark Mills. He knows that defense is keying on Hiram Wadlington. That time it's the right read once again. Finds just a little seam to slip through, and it's the longest play of the night offensively for the Indians. Good job there by your veteran quarterback.
And there you see the Little Caesars instant replay. Just doing a good job following his blockers, knowing he needed to get out of bounds and slid down once he hit that turf outside. But good play there. And I tell you what, big drive. Here's the ball now out to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 here for the Indians. This first down being brought to you by our friends, Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox. Mills dancing around looking for someone. You got to call that a coverage sack, guys. Nobody open there for the Indians.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He had 3 guys about 30 yards downfield. The check down man that time was Barry Flowers. He was covered up by the corner to Jordan Strong. Just nowhere to go. A coverage sack for Northeast.
2nd and 13. 5:20 left in halftime. 7-0 Northeast over ICC here in the 2nd period.
Remind you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime report. We'll also see the ICC All-American Band performance. Probably have that Northeast Band performance as well. We'll take a look at some Sonic stats at halftime. We're about 5 minutes away from that. 7-0 is your score. Northeast with the lead. Mills in the shotgun. This time it's going to be the give to Quarles. Quarles bounces it to the outside, lowers his head, still trying to fight forward. And a positive pickup there for Quarles as he got those penalty yardage back and then about 4 more after that. So a big-time run there from Quarles. First time we've called his name tonight. I've called it a couple of times, even though it's been somebody else running it.
That's the first carry of the night, though, for the freshman out of Lafayette County. And you see when he comes in, it's definitely a different emphasis as far as the run game goes. You get much more into a power downfield between the tackle style run game as he gets all that yardage back plus a little more and gets you into 3rd and 6.
Quarles will stay in at running back. 2 receivers here on the near side of the field. 1 all alone, or 2 on the far side now as they shift the tight end out. Quarles is going to go in motion to the bottom of your screen. Mills looking to pass. Trying to go over the middle for a slant route. It was not there as the ball was kind of tipped away as it falls incomplete. Now it's going to be a 4th down situation.
Yeah, that timing's just off there, Adam. If they play that much cushion on a 4th or a 3rd and 6, you go slant over the middle. Collins Woods got to be waiting on that football. Thing's a little bit high, but a big guy like that's got to get his hands up there and give that thing a little better effort.
So it'll be another Little Caesars punt coming up here for the Indians. We just saw a 58-yard booming kick. Would love to see another one of those here if you're an ICC fan. Snap back's a good one. Steps into it. This kick is going to be caught and a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. And so not a bad kick there, putting them back inside the 25. And so now let's see if that ICC defense can come up with a stop.
Yeah, big possession right here, possibly your biggest possession so far this year. 4:13 to go in the first half. Northeast leads 7-0. ICC, they've shut them down inside the red zone twice so far tonight, and strangely enough, the 1 touchdown they've got came from 40 yards out. They've had it deep in the red zone twice and did not score. So it's been that red zone defense that's really helped you out so far tonight. Need another stop here late in the first half.
You're right, Jordan. We still got 3 timeouts. If we can find a way to stop them here, get the ball back, try to get a score here before halftime.
Looks like it's going to be Patrick Felton back at the quarterback spot for Northeast.
He is in at quarterback as he did run the ball a lot when he was in there. We'll hand off to Weatherby. He's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield. Nice job that time by that ICC defense coming in. Guys, let's take a look at some scores throughout the league. Hines is up big at halftime, 38-3 over Pearl River. It's in the second quarter. Gulf Coast leading Colin 14-0. You got a good one going in the second quarter. Northwest 14, Holmes 12. And then East Mississippi leading East Central 10-0. That's in the first quarter. And Jones leading Southwest 7-0. Also in the first quarter there. These scoreboard update being brought to you by First American National Bank. So this time, quarterback's going to keep it again, try to get to the outside. That's got to be holding when you see the jersey stretched out like that.
Well, it worked out well for ICC as they strung him out all the way to the sideline, but they pulled the guard. The tackle got out wide and had a defensive end completely turned around. But still, they run him out of bounds, stop the clock at 3. Well, I guess they're not going to stop the clock. They're going to run it.
Kept him in bounds.
It is 3rd and 10. He did stay in bounds.
Big play, guys. 3:15 left in the halftime. 3rd and 10. We got all our timeouts left. Let's stop them this down, get the ball back. Got a chance to get some points here before halftime.
It would be a beautiful time for a bad snap. Something high over the quarterback's head. And looks like Northeast is going to take a timeout. Let's take it with them. Timeout on the field, 7-0 is your score. 2:59 to go here until halftime. Northeast with the lead. Back with more right after this.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Celebrate outrageous amounts of toppings with Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest. With the most cheese and now with the most toppings at the nation's best price. Create your favorite pizza starting at $6. Pay, then express pickup at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
And welcome back out of the timeout. 2:59 to go here until halftime. Northeast with a 7-0 lead over the Indians. It is going to be a 3rd down and 10 situation with the ball spotted at the 24-yard line. Well, I like what Coach Andy Kirk said. Coach Andy Kirk, of course, the softball coach, the MACJC champion softball coach, saying a pick 6 would be better than a high snap right now, Gore. So Felton's going to drop back to pass. And he's going to be hit and dropped on the play. Thought for a second it was a fumble, but they're going to say he's down on the ground.
Well, it was a great play call there defensively. You bring the blitz. Don't give them time to sit back there and pick you apart. Nick Smith comes through, a little delayed blitz by the outside backer, shoots through the gap and gets to the quarterback, doesn't let him out of the pocket to run. He'll lose 5 yards and they'll have to punt, burn the timeout, stop the clock, 2:43.
And, Jim, that's one thing you were doing as soon as the play was called. You were trying to call timeout.
I was.
And ICC did call it there. All right, guys, so let's keep it here since we just took you to a break. 2:43 to go until halftime. ICC down 7-0. But let's be honest, the Indians might be fortunate to only be down 7-0 right now because Northeast has moved the ball at will throughout the contest.
There's no doubt about it there. They've had 2 drives that have stalled out inside the 10-yard line. I mean, you very easily could be in a 3-possession game right now, but now you have a chance. 2:43 to go. You got 2 timeouts under your belt. You know, you play your cards just right, find something offensively, you know, bust a big punt return right here. You can go into the locker room and tie a football game.
No doubt, Jordan. And they got to kick it from their 19-yard line. And let's see if we can put a little pressure on the punter. I know he's a veteran, a good punter. But we should come away around midfield here, guys, with plenty of time left on the clock, 2.5 minutes, and with 2 timeouts.
You know, Sean Cannon football team, they do block kicks. He hasn't blocked one all year. See if the Indians can find one here. So it is going to be 4th down and 15. Snap back's a good one. Kick is coming and nearly got the kick there as they're able to get it away. This is going to take a huge Northeast roll all the way down to the 31-yard line. The Indians sold out that time trying to block the kick. And just a misread. Probably could have come up and had a chance to return that one that time, Jordan.
If you're Javis Wren, you got to step up there, throw a hand in the air, and call a fair catch. I mean, that's 15 yards right there you may have lost with that football taking a bounce like that. So, nonetheless, 2:32 to go first half. ICC going to get their hands back on the football, the chance to tie this thing up before the break.
7-0 is your score. Northeast with the lead. It's been all Northeast, but they don't have a whole lot of points to show for it so far, which is a good thing for the Indians. Remind you to stay tuned. At halftime, we'll have the ICC All-American Bands performance coming your way. We'll have some Sonic stats, and then we'll also take and listen to the Northeast Band here for those fans listening on Super Talk 101.9 FM, as well as watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Meals in the shotgun. 1st down and 10 being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Mills going to try to step up and is going to try to jump this one forward. Does so to Wadlington. Wadlington's going to be hit and dropped at the 40-yard line. Good job that time just creating something, finding Wadlington. And Wallace is the type of kid that can turn that play into something huge.
Well, that's a good job there by Mills. As the front 4 for Northeast won the battle up front, he steps up in the pocket at the perfect time to stay out of the sack. He looks downfield. His receivers had all cleared out. He finds the check down to Wadlington and gets 9 yards on 1st down. Just smart play by a veteran quarterback.
2 minutes ago now until halftime. Mills looking to throw over the middle and just too tall on that slant route, as Mills also knocked to the turf that time on the play. So nice pressure being put on. That's the reason why the pass was thrown high that time.
Trying to get that thing out on a slant to Damian Ely, sophomore out of Nettleton. Just overshot him just a little bit. Good coverage in the secondary, though, by Northeast.
It looks like ICC is going to send in that tank package on this 3rd and 1 situation here. And, man, we got to have this one. And then Northeast trying to sub in a hurry here.
They're going to let him sub, too.
Yeah.
They're going to have to burn a timeout.
They're going to have
to, way too many people out there.
Timeout on the field. Let's take it with them. Let's hear from Cagle Eye Center and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
Celebrate outrageous amounts of toppings with Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest. With the most cheese and now with the most toppings at the nation's best price. Create your favorite pizza starting at $6. Pay, then express pickup at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as it's going to be a 3rd down and 1 situation here for ICC. They are going to go with that big boy package here, as they like to call it, tank package.
This is a little different take, though. You don't have a flooded backfield. You got tight ends off each side. You got a tight end, Tyler Day, lined up right off the back of Clark Mills. There's a good chance this is quarterback sneak.
And Mills is going to hand it off to Day in the backfield, and the Indians get the first down. Looked like there could have been a face mask on it as well, but instead it does move the chains there, and that was just a will to get it that time by the Indians.
Hey, that package has struggled at times through the year, but that time, good job off your right side offensive line. Get a push and open up just enough room to fall forward for the first down. That's the method. That's the method of the madness there. That's what you're trying to do.
Well,
move those chains.
ICC's got to work with purpose now. 1:35 to play until halftime. They do trail at 7-0, as they do have it with the freshman at Allen's 1st and 10. Mills, play action. Now he's going to try to get it out to the outside. That's going to be Wallington. Wallington blows by the defender. Just ran out of real estate that time. As if he could have kept tight walk down the right line that time, Jim would have had a lot of running room.
No doubt about it. But he got out of bounds, Adam. Got 5 yards on the carry. We still got 2 timeouts. 1:24 left in the halftime. 2nd and 5. The ball is at around midfield for us.
Let's see what Northeast decides to do right here in their secondary, too. Is they've shown like they're going to go in that cushion. 1:24 to go here in the first half. As we stand here, play call coming in, all 5 of their defensive backs in this nickel package are a good 7 yards off the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 5 is the situation now. Mills dropping back to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Loads up, goes downfield, and it's going to be, dropped. Should have been intercepted that time by the Tigers. Indians get a big-time break there, guys. That was just in and out of the hands of Williams for the Tigers.
Yeah, they're trying to get that football over the middle on a post to Collins Woods III. But Damon Williams right there in coverage. He actually had position on Woods that time. He had the better play at the football, and ICC's lucky that the sophomore corner wasn't able to come down with that one.
So now it'll be a 3rd down and a 5 situation. The board says 4. If that's 4, that's a long 4.
It's closer to 3rd and 6 than it is 3rd and 4.
Yeah, maybe they said a gain of 4 instead of that's what's left here. But either way it goes, ICC with 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Mills in the shotgun. Looks like that's going to be Quarles, who now is in motion going to the tie side of your screen. Over the middle, that's going to be to Wallington, but in and out of the hands. Wallington was there. You got to throw it in front of him. The pass inside, back behind him on his hip.
It was there. It was there. No doubt about it. It was a slant. It was plenty for the first down. Knowing Wadlington like we do, he's probably going to get outside the numbers to the far side and find a little running room there. That was going to be a bigger gain. Nonetheless, it goes off the pads, falls to the ground. And ICC's going to have to punt.
Yeah, it's one of those, yes, it was thrown behind him, but old rule of football, if it hits you in the hands, you got to haul it in. So now the Indians on yet again for another Little Caesars punt, as Benjamin this time will have plenty of time to kick this one away. A high spiraling kick, and it's going to be fair caught inside the 15-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it at about the 13 is where the Tigers will have it. Leading 7-0, 1:03 to play. Guys, they've been able to move the ball when they've thrown it, and they did score on a long touchdown pass. So you got to think maybe take a shot, run the ball, see if you can get it down the field, and maybe try a field goal, or even just maybe take and go long and see if you can't find pay dirt.
No reason not to. You got 1:03 to go, 2 timeouts in your back pocket. We've had success with the football in the air, specifically when it's been Jack Mangle in there, Jack Mangle, the quarterback. They've rotated time between Mangle and Felton, but when Mangle's been in there, it's been more of an air raid, turn it loose style offense, and that's who they've got here with 1 minute and 3 seconds to go before the halftime break.
First down and 10. The ball is at the 13-yard line, and there's flags flying here.
Jim, I tell you what, Carson Banks, the slot receiver, I guarantee you he's ran 5 miles so far tonight. He's in motion every single play across the front of the set.
No doubt about it. He played a lot of football last year for him also. Good-looking wide receiver, small guy, but very quick.
Has a lot of use in an offensive set like this, an RPO-designed offense. Here he comes in motion again.
This time it is going to be a handoff to Weathersby, who's going to try to get around to the corner. ICC sniffs it out, but Weathersby still doing a good job of being able to fight forward. Ran about 8 yards to only pick up 2. So the Indians, now you got to start thinking about it. You got them in second and long situation here. If you can get a stop here, you would love an incomplete pass so you can save a timeout. But if you can get a stop here, I don't know. Northeast should be happy to let this one run out now with only 45 seconds.
Northeast has only got 1 timeout, I think, guys. We've got 2.
That's right.
Yes.
They've got 1.
So, but we're letting the clock run now. You know, if we stop on this play, 20 seconds left, maybe we could use the timeout and try to block the punt.
Well, I think what Northeast is going to do is let the clock run it down as far as they can, take a timeout, leave us about 5 seconds on the game clock because they're not in. Now they're finally breaking the huddle, so they're not even interested in breaking the huddle now, but they do with 12 seconds on the play clock. 15 seconds on the game clock. 7-0 is your score. ICC and Northeast. Northeast with the lead. Snaps it with 2 seconds. Given's going to be to Weathersby trying to get to the outside. And, what another big hit by the Indians.
It's 23 that time for ICC. Emmanuel Vance, defensive back. He's lined up at corner right there. He knows that's a run play. Keys in, comes in. Big hit. That'll end the first half. And that's about all that happened for ICC there in that first half. You had several big hits defensively. You're able to hold strong in the red zone twice to keep this thing at a 7-0 score. You go in the locker room. Coach Cook, Coach Canning going to take a look at their guys, readjust some offensive game plan things. There's got some fireworks going off across the way.
We do. Well, guys, let's keep it real quick here. Jim, give me your thoughts on the first half.
Adam, let's be honest. They've controlled the line of scrimmage. They controlled the clock. Of course, they've only got a 7-0 lead. That's what you tell them at halftime. Jordan mentioned we make some adjustments at halftime. We're playing very good red zone defense. We've got to get our offense going, throw the ball downfield. We're only down 7-0. Make some adjustments at halftime, come out strong in the third quarter.
Jordan, your thoughts on the first half?
I think you got to go in there in the locker room here at the halftime break, and you're going to have to readjust what your plan was offensively. You got to take a different look. We've seen extra tight ends in the package. We've seen two running backs in the set, but still, you've struggled to run the football. There's been lots of pressure in the face of your quarterback. You've got to do something that's going to give Clark Mills a little bit more time to operate. That said, 7-0 going into the halftime break. You've had 2 big stops in the red zone. This easily could be a 3-possession game. So, all in all, you got to feel pretty good about where you're at.
And those thoughts on the first half being brought to you by our friends at the Bank of Oklahoma. We're going to take a timeout. 7-0, Northeast with the lead here at halftime. We'll come back with that ICC All-American Band performance here on Super Talk Mississippi and 101.9 FM.
Get a Little Caesars large, extra most bestest stuffed crust pizza, topped with pepperoni and cheese, and stuffed with over 3 feet of cheese in the crust. That's right, we stuffed cheese into the crust of the pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni, all at the nation's best price of just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup.
Pizza. Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to halftime. ICC trailing Northeast 24 minutes left in halftime. But it's actually 7-0 right now. The fireworks, they'll stop at times and they'll get fired back up again and get going here. The ICC All-American Band, they were counting down for a second, said they're ready to go. But Now they're not. So thought we were about to get that ICC All-American Band performance here at halftime. Again, your score 7-0. So let's take another quick timeout and come back with your Little Caesars halftime report right after this on Super Talk Mississippi and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Celebrate outrageous amounts of toppings with Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest. With the most cheese and now with the most toppings at the nation's best price. Create your favorite pizza starting at $6. Pay, then express pickup at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkey's for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
Get a Little Caesars large, extra most bestest stuffed crust pizza, topped with pepperoni and cheese, and stuffed with over 3 feet of cheese in the crust. That's right, we stuffed cheese into the crust of the pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni. All at the nation's best price of just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup.
Pizza, pizza.
And welcome back. 7-0 is your score. And again, we're waiting for the ICC All-American Band to perform the fireworks. They'll stop and then they'll start again and they'll stop. So I don't know if we're waiting for the fireworks to end or what. So let's go ahead and take a look at some Sonic stats here. And Jordan, go ahead and tell us about some of those stats in the first half that jump out to you.
Yeah, 7-0. Northeast leads ICC here at the halftime break as Adam right on cue when you would think, let's start stats because they're shooting fireworks. The fireworks stop.
Of course.
That's typically how that goes is the ICC band getting ready to do a little halftime presentation.
All right, so let's do this then. Let's let the ICC All-American Band take the field, then we'll come back in between and do the
let's
Sonic
go right
stats.
ahead. That's fine with me.
All right, so let's take you to the field for the ICC All-American Band.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Itawamba Community College is proud to present to you the 2019 ICC All-American Marching Band. This year's program, The Evolution of Gaming, features some of the most popular video games of our time. This evening we open with music from the 1980 Atari game, Space Invaders. Ladies and gentlemen, and now, the ICC All-American Marching Band! And now we present the 91 Sega game, Sonic the Hedgehog, featuring trumpet soloists Jake Mandy Kirkhope and Tucker Johnson. Mortal Kombat, featuring our percussion. Program with the music from the 2001 video game Halo, featuring our low threats.
Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value.
Time that!
You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this.
Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or 6-inch Philly plus tots for $2.99.
My mom never let me eat this much cookie dough.
What would she say if she saw you eating this big scoop cookie dough blast?
I don't know. Why ask her?
Don't tell your father.
Oh, naughty, naughty.
Hurry in and scoop up our new cookie dough treats. Try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 7-0 here at halftime as the ICC All-American Band performing great as always. And kudos to those kids that, boy, I tell you what, they put in a lot of work, Jordan, and don't really get the credit they deserve, as that's a very, very good band out there on the field.
Yeah, I talked to some of those kids earlier this week and asked them about when their practice times were, thinking, you think about football teams, they practice in the heat. They don't really practice in the pads much like they used to back in the day, but it's out there in the heat. These kids practice from 3:30 to 5:20 every afternoon. I mean, we're late September. It's still 95 degrees every single day, so a lot goes into that for those guys.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at some Sonic stats being brought to you by our friends at the Sonic in Fulton. And, Jordan, just talk about some of those stats that kind of jump off the sheet at you.
Yeah, 7-0. Northeast leads here at the halftime break. ICC will get the football coming out of the locker room. 12 first downs for the Tigers of Northeast, only 4 for our Indians at ICC. Northeast rushed it 19 times for only 38 yards, but they found 159 yards through the air on 15 of 22 passing. Altogether, 41 plays for 197 yards of offense for the homestanding Northeast Tigers. Flip the page and look over at ICC. 16 rushes for 60 yards. They only had 23 yards through the air, though, on 3 of 14 passing. That's 30 total plays for 83 yards. So 197 yards of offense, Northeast, 83 yards of offense for ICC. 1 penalty for 15 yards goes against ICC. 4 penalties for 30 yards goes against Northeast. So all in all, fairly clean first half of play. And then one of the numbers that really I thought would be swayed more to the Northeast side than it really was, 16 minutes, 51 seconds of possession time for the Tigers, 13 minutes, 9 seconds of possession time for ICC. So a considerable difference, Northeast with the football more time, but still it had a feeling like they had it even more than that. Drop down and look at the individual scoring column so far in the rushing category. Clark Mills leads the club with 29 total yards on 4 carries, had a long of 25 yards. Hiram Wadlington, 8 carries for 20 yards. Jamarcus Quarles had a rush for 7 yards, and Quay Tucker, 1 carry for 3 yards. In the passing category, Mills only 3 of 14 passing for 23 yards. 2 of those receptions on checkdowns to Hiram Wadlington for 14 yards, and then Collins Woods III had the other reception for 9 yards. Can't say enough about what Brett Benjamin did in the first half for ICC. Punted it 6 times, averaged 38 yards per punt, and had 2 of those punts down inside the 20-yard line, a long of 54. And he did a really good job of helping ICC in the field position category, no doubt about that. Leading the team defensively, Jaquan Williams had 7 tackles, Nick Smith 7 tackles and 1 sack. Jamal Shumpert had 5 tackles, and Ken Martin had 4 tackles. That's a look at the individual scoring leaders for ICC. For Northeast, Patrick Felton, who split time with Jack Mangle at the quarterback position. Felton carried it 8 times for 23 yards. He passed it twice, completed both of those passes for a total of 9 yards. Sean Dalton Weatherby had 8 carries for 12 yards, and Kevon Jackson had 3 carries for 3 yards. The other quarterback who got the majority of the time as far as passing situations was Jack Mangle. He a freshman as well. 2 freshman quarterback out of the state of Georgia for Northeast guys. Mangle was 13 for 20 for 150 yards and 1 36-yard touchdown pass. In the receiving category, Montel Gladney, 3 receptions for 29 yards. Hayden Bryce, one of the tight ends, 3 receptions for 13 yards. Marcus Evans had the touchdown grab, together 2 receptions for 45 yards. And Marquise Johnson, the other tight end, 2 receptions for 33 yards. Led defensively for the Tigers, Kadarius Shell Dixon had 4 tackles, Terry Joyner 4 tackles, Chael Kane Brooks had 3 tackles, and DeJordan Strong had 3 tackles. That there is a look at the numbers at the halftime break. Northeast leads this one 7-0. About 9 minutes remaining in the halftime action. ICC, as we said, will get the football when we come back.
Those stats being brought to you by Sonic of Fulton. As Jordan said, we'll come back with more right after this and give you a sneak peek at the Tiger Band here in Fulton, here in Boonville. 7-0 Northeast with the lead. Back with more right after this.
The Car Hub Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value.
Time that.
You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this.
Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or 6-inch Philly plus tots for $2.99.
My mom never let me eat this much cookie dough.
What would she say if she saw you eating this big scoop cookie dough blast?
I don't know. I ask her.
Don't tell your father.
Oh, naughty, naughty.
Hurry in and scoop up our new cookie dough treats. Try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Get a Little Caesars large, extra most bestest stuffed crust pizza, topped with pepperoni and cheese, and stuffed with over 3 feet of cheese in the crust. That's right, we stuffed cheese into the crust of the pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni. All at the nation's best price of just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup.
Pizza, pizza.
Welcome back. Now as we take you to the field for the Northeast band here. 7-0 your score at the break.
a Little Caesars large, extra most bestest stuffed crust pizza, topped with pepperoni and cheese, and stuffed with over 3 feet of cheese in the crust. That's right, we stuffed cheese into the crust of the pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni. All at the nation's best price of just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup.
Pizza, pizza. Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back as we get set to start the second half of play. ICC trailing 7-0. The Indians will kick things off here with this First American National Bank kickoff to start the second half. And we got a new kicker here, as this is going to be number 35 for the Indians, and that's going to be Javarius Benson. So the first time we've seen him get set to kick this season, guys. Well, that has been a concern for the Indians this year, as this kick is a end-over-end kick. It's going to be hit at the 15, taking it about the 12, now running it up the field, weaving its way through traffic, and it's going to get across the 25 down to about the 26, 27-yard line is where the Tigers will have it to start the second half.
Yeah, ICC dealing with some injuries in the kicking department. Skylar Grissom looks like he may be out of commission tonight, so that's the converted linebacker, Javarius Benson, 5'11", 212 out of Water Valley. Probably did some kicking back in his high school days. They say, hey, need you to kick off tonight. So he just backs up straight on, kicks it down the middle of the field, does a pretty good job. Northeast will take over first possession of the second half at their own 27-yard line.
Well, guys, let's go ahead and get your takes on the second half. Jim, let's start with you. What's it going to take for the Indians to be successful here in the second half?
Well, we talked about it during halftime, the three of us. We got to be able to run the football some. You know, they've jumped our out patterns. We got to be able to run the football and continue playing well on defense. Stopping the pass, again, they got a quick completion there, but we got to run the football and stop their run and try to stop these quick passes they're hitting over in the middle.
Yeah, and that time a little extra disappointing there for the Indians as they had him stopped in the backfield.
Had him twice.
Yeah. Just a good job by the quarterback that time to wiggle free and be able to complete that one for about a 6-yard gain. So it's going to be a second down. Let's call it a short 5, long 4. Handoff is going to be to Weathersby in the backfield. Weathersby just lowers his head, fights through hers, and is able to pick up a big-time run there of about 10, 13 yards on the carry.
Yeah, you saw late in the first half, it was a lot of those short underneath passes from Northeast. Now they come out here starting out the second half, and it's been a couple run plays. There's a run play there to Weatherby off the right side. So the defense is sitting short pass, hit them with the run up the middle.
So now it'll be first down and 10. Ball is going to be on the 45-yard line. Shout out to John Wayne Harris and Larry Boggs watching here tonight on Let'sGoICCTV.com. That's Weathersby on the carry again. And another significant pickup there of 4 on the play by Weathersby.
Good-looking kid there, Weatherby, the freshman from Thrasher High School. 2 plays in a row. He's taking it off the right tackle and found running room. 4-yard gain there on first down will bring up 2nd and 6, nearly from the midfield stripe.
And we've seen Northeast very methodical on offense all night tonight, and that's been the case so far here on their opening drive of the second half. 7-0 is the score. Northeast with the lead over your Indians. Play action fake. Quick pass out is going to be complete, but the Indians there in a hurry to wrap it up, and it's going to force it into a 3rd down and 1 situation here for the Tigers.
And I tell you what, guys, Jaquan Williams came up with the football there. He gets up last, has the football in his hand, shows it to the referee, but they're going to say that the receiver Gladney was down over there. But here you go, first 3rd down opportunity of the second half. You did pretty well on it in the first half. Let's see if we can get off the field here on 3rd and short. Got to play tough up the middle.
Let's call it 3rd down and 1.5 as it marker continues to move across the way. But the Indians, as you said, Jordan, need to find a way to get off the field here. 3rd down and a long 1, short 2. Quarterback's going to keep it this time. Tucks it back up the middle. He's going to be hit. Second effort. Does he get it? I don't think he does. The line judge coming in just shy of the 45-yard line. We may have a measurement here, guys. Depends on this is going to be a left foot, right foot mark here. And they're going to say first down. I don't know if you're ICC, you don't ask them to measure that because the ball had to get across the 45. I guess they said the nose of the football on the 45 was good enough.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It had to get to the 45 for sure, and the nose is there. It was close. Coach Cannon was standing right there close to the measurement, though, and I didn't see much of a reaction from him, so he must have thought he had it. Good second effort there, though, by the quarterback in Mangle to pick up the first down.
So we'll be 1st and 10 here, and the give is going to be to Weathersby as he's going to try to get to the outside, and the Indians are there to stuff it.
Good job on the defensive end there. As you see a little pushing and shoving after the play. That's a quick flag to come flying out there. One guy throws it, and another says he might as well get his out and throw it too, but ICC motioning like that one's going to go against Northeast. Good job on the play, though, by Decoy Randolph. Get out there, stretch that play out for a loss of 1. Now
right now, Jordan, it's 2nd and 11, but we got to wait and see who this 15-yard penalty is against.
I think this should be offsetting. Looking at the replay there, ICC player came in, shoved at the head. The Northeast player retaliated. You got to let those go. And that is going to be the case here. Good job by the referees coming in to call this an offsetting penalty. Unfortunately, though, for both those young men, that's their first unsportsmanlike penalties of the night. And, guys, really nothing malicious there. It's a rivalry game. You got to let that go.
Well, you got to respect it in an officiating crew sometimes, though. They're making a decision here. We're not going to let this thing get out of hand. We're not going to tolerate that. So if that's the kind of thing it takes to put a stop to it altogether, you may look back and understand it a little bit later.
So 2nd down and 11 after the loss of 1 on the play here for the Tigers out of the shotgun. Play action, plenty of time to throw. Now loads up, goes downfield. Jump ball in and out of the hands of the receiver. Nice play call that time. Good pass, just couldn't quite reel that one in.
I tell you what, they had it open too there as Montel Gladney was open up the sideline here on the near sideline. He'd gotten behind the corner. The safety hadn't got there in time yet. Ball just a little bit overthrown. Tough to get turned around and get his hands on the football. So now brings up 3rd and long. Good spot here for ICC defensively. Need to force this stop. Need to get the football back.
3rd down and 11 is the situation here for the Tigers. 11:34 to go here in the 3rd quarter. ICC trailing at 7-0 here to the Tigers, and really a busted play has been the difference in the ball game defensively for ICC. Play clock is down to 7 seconds. Checking at the line of scrimmage. Now the snap coming. Plenty of time to throw. Throw over the middle, and it's short.
Great job. Great call defensively by Coach Cannon there. He's not going to give the quarterback time to sit back there and pick it apart, bring some pressure. Has a delayed blitzer that comes free, gets in the face of the quarterback, and, hey, you see 7 guys coming down your throat in a hurry, you're going to get rid of the football. That's what he did. Not a very catchable pass will force a punt.
Jordan, he panicked a little bit. We put the pressure on him. He short-armed it, threw it into the ground. Good job by our defense. Get the ball here. Losing 7-0, 11:30 left in the 3rd quarter. Northeast 7, ICC 0.
And so it will be a 4th down and 11. Another Little Caesars punt coming up here. High snap, was able to get it down and able to get the kick away. This one's going to be angled towards the sideline. He's going to hit it to 5 and go out of bounds about at the 3-yard line. That looks like a video game. You just put the arrow to the side, kick it as far as you can, and let it go out of bounds. And they're actually going to give the Indians the ball at the 5, and I think that's a very good spot.
That's generous. Michael Vargas, the sophomore punter. You know, we talked some about Brett Benjamin and how he's done to the punting unit at halftime. Well, you got to say something about Michael Vargas there, too, as that's the 2nd time tonight ICC's taken over inside their own 5-yard line.
Guys, I just felt the breeze come through. It's kind of feeling
like
football
football weather. How about that?
So it will be a first down and 10 here for the Indians. The ball is going to be at the 5-yard line. The Indians had to drive the ball a long way tonight. So Northeast winning that field position battle throughout the evening. Give is going to be to Waddington. Waddington tripped up in the backfield, and the Tigers ate that one up in a hurry there. Credit the young man for the Tigers. He didn't make the tackle, but he got in the backfield and just got in the way of Waddington, and he was unable to bounce that one to the outside.
A freshman defensive tackle. That was Darius Ship that shot through, and he just really won the battle. Won the one-on-one there with Buddy Bauman. Bauman missed the block. Ship shoots through, lays pretty much down at the ground, is able to bring Waddington down by the ankles.
Inside 11 minutes to play now here in the third quarter. 7-0 Northeast with the lead over your ICC Indians. Waddington now going out of motion. And this is going to be Mills who wants to keep it this time. He's going to get the ball back out to the original line of scrimmage, I believe, out to the 5, maybe the 6-yard line. So the Tigers doing a much better job of reading that quarterback run that time, Mr. Jim.
No doubt about it, Adam. And we got to find a way, as Jordan mentioned, at halftime to run the football. But let's be honest, we got the ball to our own 4-yard line. You got to be careful down here. Big down, guys. 10:20 left in the third period. We're down 7-0. 3rd and 9. We got the ball at our own 6. You got to be careful here.
Well, you heard it there from Mr. Jim. 3rd down and 9 is the situation. Mills out of the shotgun. 2 receivers on both sides of the ball. You've got Waddington in the backfield here for the Indians. The Indians haven't been able to move the ball via the air attack that well. Now looks like pressure coming off the end. They're going to back out of it is Northeast. Mills over the middle's got a man, but just led him a little bit too far, looking for Tucker that time, and going to be a punting situation.
In the secondary by Northeast, they've watched their film, guys. I mean, they know that in that 3rd and 9 situation, ICC likes to go to that out route right there at the stick, and they've covered it up every single time. Good coverage by the corner. Cover the front end. The safety's right there on the back end that time. Just not much of a window for Mills to throw the football into. Scary spot here. Got to get this punt off.
Yeah, the Tigers are going to bring some pressure here. Low snap, able to get it. The kick is away. Surprisingly, the Tigers didn't bring a whole lot of pressure. And the fair catch is called. Ball's loose, but able to fall back on top of it is the Tigers. Boy, that could have been big there, as the ball is going to be spotted around the 36, 37. Let's give them the 37-yard line. Great field position here for the Tigers, leading 7-0.
No doubt about it, Adam. This time was only a 31-yard punt, but no return. We got to play good defense here, keep them out of the end zone. And we've done well tonight, guys. We've bent, but we've not broken. Got to find a way to stop them again. They got the ball on our, where are they putting it, Adam? On our 37-yard line. We're down 7-0, 9:50 left in the third quarter.
You know, that last possession defensively, you saw a little bit of a different look from ICC. They sold out with pressure. They were not going to let Jack Mangle sit back there in the pocket and pick him apart. They brought the pressure. They made him uncomfortable. Let's see if they elect to do that here with this good field position Northeast has.
First down and 10 is the situation. Ball on the 37-yard line. 9:50 to go here in the third quarter. Tigers leading at 7-0. Some more of a pistol formation this time. Play action, pass over the middle, wide open, and the Indians just couldn't quite drop back quick enough, and now they're going back to those quick passes that was very successful in the first half.
And we talked about that motion they're using. That's really messing with the eyes in the secondary. You can tell when that guy comes across the set, that's really causing some communication issues in the secondary with ICC's back end of the defense.
So that will move the chains once again as the ball goes now to about the 25-yard line, maybe on the other side of the 25-yard line. Inside 9.5 to play now here in the third quarter. You're also starting to see Northeast being a little bit more methodical, getting to the line of scrimmage, not rushing as much as they were in the first half.
No high safety here for ICC. They look like they're going to sell out with pressure.
Pressure does come over the middle, and there's a flag down. Now it's going to step back and throw. Launches this one downfield, well out of bounds, but there is a flag down.
You saw it there, though. ICC goes no high safety. They bring the linebackers on a blitz, and again, it just looks like they're not going to sit back there and let Mangle have much time to throw the football. He evaded pressure that time and got a pass off, but still.
Looks like this is going to go against Northeast as they're going to head to the sideline to talk to Coach Sean Cannon in this case. And the referee walking all the way across the field now gets set to tell us what's going on.
Illegal formation against the offense. Penalty is declined. Second down.
I think they had one too many guys on the line of scrimmage, Adam.
So the Indians elected to decline the penalty after the incomplete pass. Will now be a second down and 10 situation. 9:05 to go here. Second down and 10. The ball is going to be at the 30. It says 35 on the scoreboard. That's 25. The 25-yard line. So it will be a second down and 10 either way. Boy, the Indians, yeah, I'm with you, Jordan. They're going to let to try to bring a little bit more pressure than we saw in the first half. And this time play action. Plenty of time to throw. Going to roll out to the right side. Pressure coming from the Indians. Going to force him out a little bit more. And what a great play there. Who else? Keyshawn Parker coming up and make the play.
I tell you what, he's just on top of the quarterback all the time. He's got some of the best eyes you're going to see in MACJC as far as the linebacker is concerned. As he does a great job in that spy pattern. That's what he's doing right there. He's following the quarterback. As the quarterback rolls right, that frees him off to shoot up and go after him. He does it there and brings him down for a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, he's putting up more impressive numbers like we saw last week that not only got him Conference Player of the Week, but also National Player of the Week defensively for the Indians. 8:28 and counting here. ICC trailing 7-0 to Northeast. The Tigers with it. It's going to be a third down. Let's call it third down and 14 here with the ball at the 30-yard line. So you've got to get it just shy of the 15 for that first down. Tigers taking a lot of time here. 4 seconds on the play clock. Now they finally get it. Pressure coming off the edge for the Indians. Now going to force him out again, looking to throws. Got a man downfield, and he's going to haul it in. Oh, my goodness.
Great job there by Jack Mangle. He's rolling against his throwing arm. He's under pressure from behind. He saw the pressure coming. He throws out there a catchable football. He allows his receiver to go make the play at the 5-yard line, and that's exactly what he did. Good job by the receiver Malone to get a foot in bounds and to move the chains. There they are again in the red zone.
Give credit where credit's due. Great play by Northeast and a great play by the quarterback.
Got a quarterback swap here. It looks like Pat Felton coming back in. He was more the run threat we saw a little bit earlier. He'll come in the shotgun set off the 5-yard line.
He's going to look to throw, jump route, and what a great play that time, as that was Oliver coming up and batting that one away.
Oliver just setting it right there in behind the receiver, taking away anything to the inside, gets a hand in there, knocks that one away, as you'll see on replay. Well-played football by the sophomore corner, Savante Oliver.
Yeah, Memphis fans liking what they see there, as that was just a great, he was 1-on-1 with the top receiver from Northeast, and he was able to come up and make the play. So with Felton in the game, he can still throw it around the yard, but he is a much more power run threat here for the Tigers, especially with the ball at the 5-yard line. Second down and goal to go. Ball is at the 5. Man in motion for the Tigers. Felton's going to try to keep it this time. Spins forward, and the ball came free. They're going to say he was down at the 1-yard line, so it'll be a third and goal from the 1 in this situation, as the ball popped free, but it was caused by the ground.
Love the way they use that motion there. They take the tight end off the right, they shift him to the left side, fake the give, and take the quarterback off the left side. Give him an extra blocker right there. That's all by design. Gives them numbers off the left side. A running quarterback. It's just a good design altogether. They may have a tank package of their own they try to run out here on third and goal off the 1-yard line.
Gut check time here for the Indians. They trail 7-0. Tigers taking their time sending the play in here. Inside 7 minutes to play. We're in the third quarter, and the Tigers need to take a timeout. Timeout on the field. We're going to take it with them. Hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network and Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Celebrate outrageous amounts of toppings with Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest. With the most cheese and now with the most toppings at the nation's best price. Create your favorite pizza starting at $6. Pay, then express pickup at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is an extremely long timeout, guys, as ICC breaking the huddle. Northeast still in the huddle here. This is a big play. Third and goal to go. The ball is at the 1-yard line. And, guys, you got to think, if you're the Tigers, it's going to really make you decide what to do.
I don't know what they're doing here. They sent Jack Mangle back in at quarterback.
Not the running quarterback.
Going under center. They may not trust Felton to take a snap from under center. But for the first time tonight, it's I formation off the 1-yard line.
He's going to throw the ball, bet you, to tight end.
And now looks like ICC going to take a timeout.
They had those two tight ends lined up off the right side. They had one off the left, too. That tight end slipping out into the flat has caused problems for ICC throughout the year. That may be what they had drawn up there.
Hey, you got to figure probably see Northeast maybe shift back to that big set that we saw coming in originally here. Third down and 1 is the situation. 6:51 to play here in the third quarter. ICC trailing 7-0. Cunning Yielding checking in as well, watching here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Let's give you some scoreboard updates. My goodness. Hines up 51-9 over Pearl River. That's in the fourth quarter.
Didn't see that one coming tonight.
Did not. Gulf Coast, one of the top 5 teams in the country, flexing its muscles, up 24-7 over Colin. Northwest struggling with Holmes right now, as Northwest leading it 21-19. That's in the third quarter. You've got East Mississippi up 17-0 at halftime against East Central, and Jones leading Southwest 27-6. That's also at halftime. So that's your scoreboard update being brought to you by the Sonic of Fulton. They had a special today for the small jumbo popcorn chicken that if you could have texted them, you could have got that special all day today. So out of that timeout now, 3rd and goal to go from the 1, 6:51 to go. Northeast with a 7-0 lead, trying to build on that here.
Fumble.
Ball's loose on the turf, and boy, Northeast was fortunate to fall back on top of that one, guys, as looked like they were running the option.
I tell you what, guys, I don't understand. You take a shotgun team, you get them down to the 1 yard line, and you put them under center. You try to snap the football to a guy that's not taking a snap from under center, and who knows how long. It causes problems all the time. You saw it right there.
Yeah, it looks like they
put it slipped out of the quarterback's hands.
Yeah, he put it in the belly of the fullback and elected to pull back on it. Looked like he was going to run the option and pitch it out and just didn't have the football.
You know, I'm not going to talk about coaching decisions or anything necessarily, but you look at that right there. You've got a power quarterback who's run the football a lot, and Pat Felton, and you go away from him on the 1 yard line. That's a gift there.
The Tigers going to have to hurry. They're going to have to burn a timeout. And play clock has ran out here. So
they're going to take the delay game.
So they're going to take the delay of game here. They're going to try to argue that it was never reset, but it was reset. As they just sent in late substitution, decided late to go with the. So a delay of game on top of that. So the fumble got on top of it. Now the delay of game. If this is a missed field goal here, that's going to give the Indians a little shot of life in this contest.
I mean, they had the football down inside the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
Now a 28-yard attempt, pretty straight on for the kicker Bargus.
So Bargus trying to make it a 2-possession game here. Snap back, the kick is up, and the kick is
Missed it wide right. Missed it wide right. What a gift there for ICC. Northeast takes it all the way down inside the 1 yard line, and guys, they just outthought themselves, I think. I don't think there's any other way to put it than that. They had what looked to be a touchdown if they wanted it. They elected to try to get a little bit fancy. Things fall apart, have to kick a field goal, miss it wide right. That's a gift there for ICC.
Yeah, Northeast coach on the sideline still arguing the fact that the clock never restarted. It restarted. The fact is that he couldn't make up his mind quick enough if he wanted to send in the quick kicking unit, Jim, or if he wanted to go for it on 4th down. The delay of game, and now the Indians get a big break.
There's no way they should go for it. It's 4th down from the 10-yard line. He should have sent the kicking unit in or called a timeout there. Cost him 5 yards to right, Jordan. He shanked it, hit it off to the right. Still 7-0.
And let's remember, he did have to burn a timeout inside the 1 yard line. So they let the play clock run all the way down. Had to burn a timeout. They went with that I formation set, fumbled the football. That was just a complete breakdown. For the 3rd time tonight, Northeast goes into the red zone and can't score.
Well, can the Indians take advantage? 6:03 to go here in the third quarter, 7-0. Northeast with the score. The Indians' offense, again, not trying to sound rude, have been a little inept here in this contest tonight. So 1st down and 10. This 1st down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Mills getting the snap back. Plenty of time to throw. Now loads up, goes downfield. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to be bounced around in and out of the hands of the defender that time. Guys, I'm going to say this. The receiver turns in defender, bats that one away, and keeps it from being intercepted.
Yeah, Javis Wren, the intended receiver there. Good job in coverage from Northeast. By number 23, Demarion Parham, just one-on-one out wide. That's a long way to throw the football for Clark Mills. He turned that one loose at the 10. Got batted away at the other 45, so he had plenty on it. Just kind of sit back in there in the pocket too long to turn that one loose.
And Wren had a step on his guy. He just had to come back to the football. So tough break there for the Indians, but I like the call, trying to go big after getting the stop, see if they can keep momentum on their side. So now it's going to be a 2nd down and 10 situation here for the Indians. Waddington is in the backfield with Mills. Mills feeling a lot of pressure. Now he's going to try to evade it. Gets to the outside, still running. See if he can get to the, basically gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So Northeast that time pins their ears back, gets after Mills. Mills just couldn't quite get turned around enough to throw the ball downfield.
Just no time. No time for Mills to sit in there and look off his first guy. He's watching his first guy. He's getting ready to go to number 2, and just does not have time. Had to check down to receiver number 2.
So to be a third down, they're actually going to give him a gain of 2 on the play. So let's call it a 3rd down and 8 situation here for the Indians. Inside 5.5 to go here in the third quarter, 7-0. Northeast with the lead.
Guys, I don't have the third down numbers, but I can't recall a third down conversion in my mind for ICC tonight. 3rd and 8's been a tough time.
I'm thinking we've had 1 conversion, maybe 2 at best tonight. Mills dropping back to pass. Pressure coming. He's wrapped up and breaks away from it. Now he's going to lob it downfield and just going to be out of bounds. And again, as Coach Cannon wanting a pass interference call down the field, but not going to get it in that situation. But again, that pressure causing Mills all sorts of problems. That defensive front from Northeast getting it done tonight, Jim.
You know, Adam, it was 5:02 left in the third period. We're down 7-0. But give Northeast some credit. Their defense has pressured us all night. We have not been able to run the football consistently. Right now, Northeast defense is winning the ball game for us.
Yeah, there's just been no rhythm offensively for ICC. They've just not been able to consistently move the chains and mount anything offensively.
This kick is not a good one.
It hit Northeast.
But it goes out of bounds.
It went out of bounds. That's the break.
Yep. So that kick will give the Tigers more outstanding field position here. And, guys, you got to think this defense has fought hard all night tonight to have shut the Tigers out, 4 times in the red zone?
Yep.
Do they still have enough left in the tank? Because this offense is just not giving them a whole lot of time on the sideline.
Adam, right, there's been too many 3-and-outs for our offense, and your defense has played well. We've bent but not broken. But you got to give them a rest. And we go 3-and-out, 3-and-out, 3-and-out. Our defense is getting tired. They've got to find a way to play some other guys right now. Suck it up. It's 7-0 Northeast, 4:52 left in the third period. They got outstanding field position again at our 47-yard line.
Yeah, ball on the positive side of the 50 here for the Tigers. Going to be a handoff. Indians read that one well, and a stop in the backfield.
Yeah, good job there by Nick Smith. He read that one all the way. Just not a very good read by the quarterback that time, Jack Mangle. He hands that one off, even though the read man did what he was not supposed to do to hand it off that way, if that makes any sense. He read the linebacker wrong. Nick Smith shoots through and brings up, that's about a 7-yard loss there, guys. That's a big play on first down for ICC.
Yeah, knocks them on the negative side of the 50 now, so to see if the Indians can keep pinning their ears back here defensively.
Got one high safety. It looks like pressure again.
Handoff is going to be to Weathersby. He spins around. It's going to be hit and dropped. Gain of about 1, maybe 2 on the play. So the draw play that time sniffed out well by the Indians.
Hey, you got to give credit to this defense. I mean, the front 7 especially, they've made the decision here in the second half that we are not going to let the quarterback have time to throw the football. We're going to go get him. We're going to trust our secondary in the back end. They've done that, and it's worked out pretty well for them.
7-0 is your score inside 4 minutes ago now here in the third quarter. Northeast with the lead and the football. ICC jump should be a free play here. Tigers load up, go downfield, and the receiver just kind of alligator armed that one as he was heading out of bounds. But a good job by the center that time. Recognized it in a hurry, snapped the ball, and will give them a free 5 yards here on third down.
Yeah, a little different look there from ICC as they only had one down lineman. It was 99. Jason Womack had a hand in the ground there as the nose guard. Everybody else, though, was standing up. They were waiting to bring pressure, try to give a little bit of a different look, and one of those linebackers jumped off sides. So you're still in 3rd and 10, though. You still got a good chance right here of getting a stop on third down. Hang tough.
So 3rd down and 10, a long 10 at that here for the Tigers. Out of the shotgun, and the Indians jump again. Another free play, and is the pass caught this time?
Yeah, he caught it. That's got to be an offensive push-off, though, by the wide receiver. 80, Hayden Bryce just runs right into Oliver, pushes him out of the way, turns and makes the catch. I mean, it was going to be a free play, but nonetheless, you got to be looking at that one too.
First down, guys. 1st and 10 Northeast. The ball is at our 36-yard line. 3:40 left in the third period. Northeast 7, ICC 0.
Now they will decline the penalty, so the play will result in a first down. And again, the Indians had a chance to get off the field, guys, and third down just killing the Indians tonight.
There's still a flag laying back here at the 46-yard line. I don't know if we're going to disregard it or what.
So it will be a first down and 10 here for the Tigers. Handoff in the backfield. Weathersby cuts through the gap. Now it gets to the outside, leaps one guy, and luckily for the Indians, lands out of bounds because if you don't, he's taking that one to the house.
Yeah, that's the kind of play that hurts right there is you go from 3rd and 17, 2 offsides penalties, throw one downfield on a free play, convert it. Now a run play for about 15 yards, and it looks like Northeast has the offense rolling again.
Weathersby again this time is going to try to load it up the middle. The Indians are there to make the stop.
Trevon Lemons, the freshman out of Kennett, Missouri, standing right there in the middle of that defensive line. He's there to welcome Sean Dalton. Weatherby with open arms and bring him to the ground at the line of scrimmage.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 10 now. No gain on the play. Inside 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. ICC trailing at 7-0. Trying to go with that hard snap count. Can't blame them. They got the Indians to jump twice already on this drive as the Indians will reset the defense and Northeast will make their adjustments. Dropping back to pass, looking for the slant route. Not there. Now in trouble. Going to reverse his field. Gets away from one. Now the pass upfield and it's dropped. Boy, there was a big crackback block on that play by one of the linemen for Northeast that really freed that one up. And the Indians caught a break there with that ball falling to the turf.
No doubt about it, Adam. And it looked like they're going to complete the pass. He dropped the pass. Big play here, guys. 3rd down, 3rd and 10. Possession down. The ball's at the 36-yard line. Is that correct?
Got it at 24.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at it wrong. 24-yard line. That'd be a 41-yard field goal if they don't make it. They'll have a decision to make. Big play here for the Indians.
Yeah, I would imagine this is probably 4-down territory right here. So you got 2 plays to pick up 10 yards if you're the Tiger offense.
7-0 Northeast with the lead. 2:24 here in the third. Snap back's a good one. They're going to throw it. Jump ball and just out jump the defender that time. And that's going to move the chains as the ball goes to the 10. Guys, that was just a beautiful play that time by Hayden Bryce, the 6'3" sophomore wide receiver out of St. Joe's Catholic. He just out-jumped Oliver that time.
Savante Oliver thought he saw the end zone going the other way. He thought he had that route jumped, and he actually did have position, but a ball that was thrown just high enough to where Oliver couldn't get there. It allowed Bryce at 6'3" to go up and get the football and move the chains again. Now 1st and goal inside the 9. Need that red zone defense to step up like they have 3 times already tonight.
And it's going to be a quarterback keeper this time. He's going to be fumble. And this could be a big play here for the Indians. A lot of green grass in front of ICC. He's to the 50, 45, 40, 30, 35, 20. Are you kidding me? ICC is going to return it for the touchdown.
There's Savante Oliver. He thought he had the pick 6 one play before. That time, big hit by the linebacker, frees the ball up. Oliver's able to come through, scoop it at the 10, and take it 90 yards to the house. House call, Savante Oliver.
Wow. What a play there for the Indians. Oliver actually jogs that one into the end zone. Guys, we needed that, but now here comes trouble. ICC without their kicker. Are they going to go for 2 in this situation?
Go for 2 here.
And they are.
They're going to.
Not what you would like to have to do in this situation if you're the Indians, but with your kicker injured, you got to. So the Indians are going to go for 2 in this situation. They trail it 7-6 right now. And the flag is down. It's going to be a delay of game. Not what you needed there if you're the Indians. Well, now back them up.
That's gonna change what your play call was, no doubt. You go from the 2 all the way back to the 7-yard line. Got the left side of the field flooded here, Adam.
And they're going
to wide open in the middle. Wide open in the middle of the field.
But pressure coming from Northeast. Mills going to jog around. Now he's going to throw it up the field. This is going to be Wallington, and he's going to be dragged down, but there's a flag down. Flag down on the field, and I think ICC is going to get caught with an illegal receiver downfield.
Just too much pressure into the face of Clark Mills. He had Barry Flowers, I believe, just in a slant right over the middle of the field. Nobody picked him up in the secondary. It was wide open. Just had no time to get the football out.
Yeah, and things getting chippy on the field right now between some of the ICC and Northeast players. Great job by the referees to step in front of that one and get that one broke up. So I do think the Indians got caught with a illegal receiver downfield. That's going to be the case as they're going to come over and talk to the Northeast coach here. Guys, boy, Sean talked about in this pregame show that the kicking game could be the deciding factor in this game. Not having your kicker available tonight proved to be large there as the 2-point conversion fails.
Well, that one hurts, there's no doubt about it, especially when you look back on film and see where you had an opportunity to get one in there and take a 1-point lead. Nonetheless, come up a point short. So 7-6, 1:33 to go, third quarter. Northeast leads. This is ICC football on the ICC Sports Network.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here, and it's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
And welcome back as we get set for another First American National Bank kickoff here for the Indians. And guys, we talked about it, not having Grissom available tonight doo to injury looms large. But not only that, then also that delay of game penalty coming back and haunting the Indians.
No doubt about it, Adam. But we were talking about it break. They've had it 5 times in our red zone, and we stopped them every time. They've gotten 0 points. We got a big turnover there. We got 6 points. Hey, we got a whole quarter left. We're down 7-6. Get some momentum here. Get the ball back. Get our offense moving.
And Jim, what changed in the third quarter is you saw that pressure really dial up from ICC defensively. That caused a lot of frustration, a lot of rushed emotions. Everything about the offense from Northeast looked like it got in a hurry when that pressure got dialed up. That's changed the course of this game. We'll see what happens here down the stretch.
Well, this First American National Bank kickoff is going to be taken at the 19-yard line. Going to try to get upfield in a hurry here. It breaks off one tackle. It's going to be hit and dropped at the 45. So, again, don't have your kicker. You've got a backup kicker. Actually, I heard they had tryouts just to see who could kick the ball during this practice this week. So, another nice return, giving the Tigers good field position.
Got a little bit of a mess there at the end of the play, too, as the kick returner ended up on his own sideline, and he was pushed out of bounds by 3 or 4 guys from ICC. But the officials step in there, separate that one. But starting to get a little bit chippy down here down the stretch.
It is. 7-6 is your score. 1:24 to go here in the third quarter. It was a 90-yard fumble return by Slavante Oliver that made this a 7-6 contest. Now can the Indians find a way to get another stop here and see if they can put something together offensively? 1st and 10 for the Tigers. The ball is at the 37-yard line. And it's going to be a give to Weathersby. He knifes his way forward, bullies his way out to about the 45-yard line, and a solid pickup there on first down. Guys, call me crazy, but I feel like we're going to see a whole lot of Weathersby for the remainder of this game.
Yeah, and I'm surprised we're not seeing more of Pat Felton at quarterback, too, because he's more of the running threat there, more of the power guy downhill. But quite the impressive run there by Weatherby as he just runs through about 3 tackles on his way to 8 yards on the first down give.
So 1:05 to go here in the third quarter, 7-6, Northeast leading ICC. There's going to be the give to Weathersby again. He's going to lower his head, have the first down, or
He's
depends
close.
on his
He's
spot.
close. That's the same play call, though. They pull the guard in front, running to the left side, get him right off the right hip
and they're going to say
of
first
the left
down.
tackle, and they give him the first down. But it looks like they're going to ride Sean Dalton Weatherby a little bit here down the stretch.
Inside a minute to play now. Dr. Bronson Prohaska checking in, watching this one and listening as well on Super Talk Mississippi. Thank those that are listening to your new home for ICC football. So this will be the Tigers taking its time here. Going to hand off this time a new running back in the game, and nearly fumbled the football as that was number 20, as that's going to be Quinn Crawford on the carry. Another solid pickup on first down.
Mr. Crawford may want to tuck that football a little bit easier than he had it there, Jim. Maybe want to tuck that thing away. That was nearly knocked out of his hands by Jaquan Lott. Is that more than likely, Adam, was going to be our last play of the third quarter? Got a barn burner here in Boonville tonight, 7-6. Northeast leads.
We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Super Talk Mississippi and Let's Go ICCTV.com. We head to the fourth quarter, 7-6, Northeast with the lead.
Get a Little Caesars large extra most bestest stuffed crust pizza topped with pepperoni and cheese and stuffed with over 3 feet of cheese in the crust. That's right, we stuffed cheese into the crust of the pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni, all at the nation's best price of just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup.
Pizza.
The Car Hop Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value.
Time that.
You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this.
Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or 6-inch Philly plus tots for $2.99.
My mom never let me eat this much cookie dough.
What would she say if she saw you eating this big scoop cookie dough blast?
I don't know. Might ask her.
Don't tell your father.
Oh, naughty, naughty.
Hurry in and scoop up our new cookie dough treats. Try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to start the fourth quarter play. Adam Gore, Jim Ingram, Jordan Smith. Remembers you this time.
There we go. We
Didn't
got
have
it.
that middle
There we go.
block.
We got it. Guys, this is one of the strangest box scores through three quarters I've ever looked at. 7-6 Northeast leads. They've had 5 possessions into the red zone in which they've not scored. 300 yards of offense for Northeast, only 86 yards of offense for ICC, but we're in the midst of a 1-point game.
So it's going to be a 2nd down and 6 situation here for the Tigers. The ball is on the positive side of the 50 at the 49-yard line. Play action. Looking to go to the flats. ICC took it away, and it's going to force him to run it out of bounds. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Hey, that's a great job by Corley Hooper there. That play design is to get the football in the hands of the tight end, bring him across the set. Hooper stays with his man, forces the quarterback to run, then he steps up and gets credit for that tackle too.
Wow, they actually give him credit for a tackle for a loss. They moved the ball back to the 50. I thought he clearly got to the 49 that time.
I mean, you can't play that any better than Corley Hooper did right there, though.
So a big-time loss of 1 on the play brings up a 3rd down and 7. Can the Indians find a stop here on this possession down? Just now starting the fourth quarter. 7-6 is the score. Brian Baldwin checking in. He's 1/3 of the Miss 98 WCBI scoreboard show. Listening in tonight here at on the contest. Handoff, going to be the running back in the backfield. He stopped that time, and the Indians get to stop. Decision-making time, and you got to feel like with the 1-point lead here, and the way the offense hasn't been working tonight for the Indians, the Tigers are going to punt it away and play field position.
Cannot believe, Jim, they kept the football on the ground right there. Early in the contest, it was Jack Mangle picking his way apart, whatever he wanted to do with the football through the air. Right there, Northeast sells out with the run, and good job by ICC. Front 7 steps up and gets a stop.
So it will be a 4th down and 6 situation here. Snapback's a good one. The Indians bring in pressure, able to get it away. This kick is going to be angled towards the sidelines. Going to take a bounce, and the Tigers are going to get to it and stop it again inside the 5-yard line. I'll tell you what, the Tigers have just won the field position battle all night tonight, and that's another one of them there.
Yeah, from the first possession on, it's been Northeast in that field position battle. That's the 3rd time tonight ICC takes over inside their own 5-yard line. A team that only has 86 yards of offense on the night has got to drive this thing 98 yards to find the end zone.
You know, let's look at it positive, guys. Stats, they've got 300 yards offense. We got 86, and we're only down 7-6. We got a whole quarter here. If we can turn it around and take the lead here, it'd be outstanding.
Yeah, the Indians do. They have some magic in their pockets tonight in Boone, but we're going to find out. 13:31 to play here in the fourth quarter, 7-6. ICC trailing the Tigers here. We do appreciate everyone watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com, as well as your new home for ICC football, Super Talk Mississippi. Mills in the shotgun in the end zone. Going to hand off to Tucker. Tucker breaks to the outside, is hit and dropped. Thought he was going to be able to spin that one off that time, as more pushing and shoving going on after the play here, as Tucker just able to get that one forward for a gain of about 1.
And you see that the offensive staff for ICC, they're trying to get the football in the hands of Quay Tucker. They know he's one of the best playmakers they have. Split back set that time there. That, you know, Northeast is going to key on Hiram Wadlington a lot. He's going to get the football most of the time out of that set. But a good job there to get the football to one of your playmakers, and Quay Tucker.
2nd down and 9 is the situation now, as the Northeast band getting fired up in front of us again. We do apologize if it tends to drown us out from time to time. 2nd down and 9, 13 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter, 7-6. Northeast with the lead over the Indians. ICC changing the play at the line of scrimmage with 8 seconds to go on the play clock. Now going to send a man out wide. That's Hiram Wallington. Mills is going to keep the quarterback keeper this time, and the Tigers were ready for it. So that's one play the Indians were able to burn the Tigers with in the first half. Not so much here in the second half. A gain of 1 brings up a 3rd down and 8 situation.
Yeah, they totally sniffed that one out. Good job by the linebacking crew, Northeast. They don't get sold on the play fake. They hold their ground and make the stop after a gain of 2. And again, 3rd and 7. It's felt like 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 all night long for ICC on offense.
And you're on your own 5-yard line, Jordan. Do you take a chance here and throw the football here in the fourth quarter?
It's tough. You don't want to punt it out of your own end zone. There's not a lot of decisions for you to look at making right here.
2 receivers on both sides of the football, as now they're going to shift Hiram Wallington to the left of Mills. ICC driving right to left on your dial here. Mills, quick slant route, is caught. And is he going to get the first down? I think second effort's going to get it. And that's Quay Tucker moving the chains in a big-time conversion there. That's going to be a 1st down for the Indians. This 1st down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox.
What a second chance effort there by Tucker. Comes off that slant out of the slot, picks it up. He catches the ball about 2 yards short, but he fights for that 1st down. Good job by the sophomore receiver.
Ball now is at the 15-yard line for the Indians with a fresh set of downs. Mills, quick out pass. It's going to be caught, and he breaks a tackle. Oh, if he could have kept his footing that time, as that was number 25, but is there a flag down? There is a flag down, so hold everything, as that pass was hauled in that time by the Indians. That was Barry Flowers.
It's all the way on the other side of the field, outside the numbers from where the play was at, so probably going to be something of the pre-snap variety, or at least something that happened, maybe a hold right at the snap.
So the referee's taking a lot of time to talk this one over here. And now we'll come across the way. All right, so they're going to say so Tucker was covered up that time. So when you get covered up in that sense, you can't go downfield, which I just don't like that rule in football. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But for some reason, they created it. But either way it goes, now it will remain first down. The ball is moved back to the 10-yard line. Where to be first down and 15 for the Indians. They trail 7-6 here to Northeast. It was a 90-yard fumble recovery return for a touchdown by Slavante Oliver, putting the points on the board for the Indians. Mills, plenty of time to throw. Goes downfield. Woods goes up and makes the play.
Good job there, Collins Woods. He was in the slot that time. He just makes a play on the football. Clark Mills throws it out there for his guy to go get. Woods wins with his size. Comes back to the football. Gets in front of the defensive back who had position originally. A good job there by the receiver, Collins Woods III, coming back to the football for the big game.
When the ball was first thrown, Jordan, I thought it was an interception, but Collins Woods went and got it. Great play by our offense.
Let's go. Let's snap the football. They're nowhere near set once again. They were in a substitution.
This time Mills looks out. Trying to go to Wallington now. Mills forced out of the pocket. He's going to break a tackle, but it's going to be hit and dropped. You got to throw that ball away if you're Clark Mills.
Just not much time in the backfield. Just not much time. He's not comfortable sitting in the pocket as he's got those happy feet right now. He's trying to roll away in every single snap.
Lost to 6, Adam. 2nd and 16. We got the ball on our own 37-yard line, down 7-6. Clock running fourth quarter, 10-15 left in the ball game.
You know, Northeast has not played defensively a lot tonight. There's a lot of hands on their hips out there, though, between plays.
Mills in the shotgun, trying to go with the hard snap hand. Couldn't draw him offside. 2nd down and 16. 10 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Northeast 7, ICC 6. Mills now back with 5 seconds on the play clock. Gets the snap. Pressure coming up the middle. Now throws this one up and nearly picked off. There is a flag down, though, in the secondary, so let's see what this call could be. Anybody see that?
That's definitely in the defensive holding territory. I mean, you look at Collins Woods is coming out of a break. Defenders behind him, and a flag comes in.
And that is going to be the case now.
Good job.
That's tough. That's a hard one to accept if you're Northeast because the pass goes nowhere near where that call is or that flag is thrown. But still, when Woods comes out of his break, he gets held onto.
And again,
they see it.
The good thing about that is it's a 10-yard mark off, but also an automatic first down.
So
this
gets
first
you
down
out of that 2nd and 16.
Yeah, this first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, or life, stop by and see Joey right there on South Adams Street in Fulton. So the Indians trying to march down the field. 9:47 left in the fourth quarter. Handoff is going to be to Wadlington, trying to break to the outside. He does so. Now breaks off another tackle. Stays in bounds. And no, they say he steps out of bounds.
The flag.
And yeah, late flag coming in. That's got to be a horse
They
collar.
got him around the neck. Yeah, good job there. We've been critical of the offensive line at times tonight. Cameron Orr, the right tackle, though, sealed the end and allowed Wadlington to get out there outside the numbers. That should be about a 7-yard gain with a personal foul tacked onto the end of it.
The Indians starting to find some life here in the fourth quarter. And Jordan, you mentioned a little earlier, you started seeing some of these Northeast players getting a little tired, starting to put their hands on their hips here. Could the Indians just find a way to hang around, and then in the end, just find a way to grind one out here?
Well, you certainly hope so. I mean, you can't say enough about what the other guys, the defensive unit, has done for ICC tonight. Again, if you're just now tuning in, Northeast is going inside the red zone 5 times tonight and has come up empty-handed each time. So 7-6 game, clock ticking down under 9:30. Got a good one going here in Boonville.
Maybe possibly one of the best drives we've seen out of the Indians tonight. Granted, aided by some penalties from Northeast. Mills in the shotgun, looking to throw. Has a man, loads up, goes downfield. Going to be a jump ball. Does he stay in bounds? No! Oh, Woods thought he had it. The entire ICC fans across the way did too, but the referee right there on top of it called him out of bounds.
I think it was the right call, too.
Yep.
I think that right foot came down outside that pylon, but still, one-on-one. You've got the height advantage with Collins Woods the third over there, but good coverage by the corner to Jordan Strong. But all around, good play by Clark Mills. He looked the safety off. He did everything right. Just a better play by the defensive back there. You're still in good position, though, here, 2nd and 10 from the 30.
Guys, a great drive. We started the ball at our own 3-yard line. We're down to their 30 now. 2nd and 10, got plenty of time.
2nd down and 10, as Jim mentioned, 9-10 to play here, 7-6. Northeast with a 1-point lead. Waddington gets the handoff, nice hit up the middle. Now spins off one and gets the ball forward. A solid pickup there by Waddington, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and manageable situation here. A gain of about 7 on the play.
Hey, you're in 4-down territory, so don't stress right here. You don't have to be a hero. Just make a good offensive play. You've got another down with it if you need to. 3rd and 4 for the Indians.
Inside 9 minutes to play now in the 4th quarter. 7-6 is your score. The Indians trailing this one by 1, but marching down the field. Can they find a way to rally here late in the 4th quarter? Mills in the shotgun. Give it to Waddington. Waddington breaks it across the outside, lowers his head, and gets forward, and it's going to move the chain.
Yeah, you can see that defense from Northeast was a little worn down. If you're Coach Greg Davis and that staff at Northeast, you maybe want to think about a timeout right here. There's lots of hands on the hips. This has been a long drive, as Jim said. Started at their own 2-yard line. ICC marching down the football field.
Northeast trying to get some substitutions in the game here. And actually, the referee going to come up and stop the snap instead of ICC not substituting that time. As Quarles into the contest, and he's going to get the ball. He's going to try to bounce it up the middle. Now goes to the outside, fighting forward. And this is going to be a solid pickup on 1st down. Gets the ball down to the 15-yard line, so a gain of about 3 on the play. Clock continuing to roll here. 7:50 and counting in the contest. 4th quarter, 7-6. Northeast with the lead, but ICC knocking on the door.
Like you said, Jordan, it's 2nd and 8. The ball's at the 15. 4-down territory, no doubt about it. We got plenty of time. Run your plays. Take your time. Make it happen.
Mills in the shotgun. Plenty of time on the play clock here. 15 seconds. He's going to play action fake. Now drops it out. This is going to be a little bubble screen. Up the middle. This is going to be a touchdown, Indians.
Great read by Clark Mills. That straight up run pass option as the tackle gets out wide. Cameron Orr again seals the block and gets into the end zone there. Javis Wren, big time touchdown for the Indians.
The only problem, though, Javis dove into the end zone, so that's going to be a penalty on the Indians, who already do not have a kicker here. So the Indians, though, however, do put points on the board.
Man, we're going for 2 from either the 3-yard line or now the 18-yard line.
You're going for 2 no matter what.
No doubt about it.
Still, though, what a drive there by ICC. Only 86 yards of offense on the night. They take over at their own 2, march 98 yards down the field to take the lead.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
What?
They say the penalty came at the 2-yard line, and so that's where they're going to mark the penalty off at. And so the score does not count. It is not a touchdown for the Indians. 7-6 is still your score. There's no way that penalty came at the 2. So take points off the board here in Boonville. Oh, my goodness.
So just to get this straight, they're going to say he dove from the 2-yard line, so they're going to throw a personal foul flag.
That's going to be the case. That's what he explained.
I've never in my life seen anything like this.
Oh, my.
Hey, kudos to Sean Canada across the way over there, because I would have been liable to just break every headset on the sideline.
And rightfully so. There's a chant in softball that says nuts and bolts, and if anybody knows that one, you know the rest. And that's going to be the case there for the Indians. But right now, if you're ICC, put it behind you. You still can come back and find a way to put this one in the end zone. Take 6 points off the board and the lead away from the Indians with 7:23 to play now. Mills in the shotgun, looking to throw, plenty of time. Now he's going to have to just get rid of the football. Lobs it forward. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to be intercepted by the Tigers. What a change of momentum, and now the Tigers have a chance to run this one back. He's got a wall in front of him. Mills is the only guy that can get to him. There's going to be a flag down, and there is a great hustle play, though, on the part of number 6 for the Indians to come back and chase that one down. But, guys, oh, my gosh. the penalty that brought the touchdown off the board. Mills just tried to make something happen. Instead of trying to throw it out of bounds, threw a jump ball towards the end zone. The Tigers picked it off. Now, this is going to be brought back on a penalty by the Tigers. But right now, if you're the Indians, you have to be sick at your stomach.
Yeah, just lots of pressure in the face of Clark Mills. He fires one up downfield where, you really want your guy to throw that football out of bounds. It took too long. There was nowhere to go with it. Northeast has 5 guys in the area. You only have 1, and that's an easy interception for the Tigers. It hurts. There's no other way to say it. As you take points off the board, it would have given you the lead with 7 minutes, 14 seconds to go.
Man, that's all you can say.
If the penalty was at the 31, they're saying the 41. That's going to help us.
I think they're actually calling a sideline penalty as some players from Northeast came onto the field during the play. So that's going to be a big-time break there as well.
They may tack that onto the block in the back because there was a block in the back as Clark Mills was trying to run down the ball carrier.
So they didn't call that one, but the Tigers get a big, big break, 2 of them, back-to-back there, and oh, my goodness. But now if you're the Indians, still 6:59 left in the contest. Got to find a way to come up with a stop here.
Make some plays.
Pat Felton in the game at quarterback for Northeast.
Felton's going to get the snap. He's going to keep it. Don't be surprised if you don't see Northeast run the ball or throw the ball at all. There's going to be a stop in the backfield. Still a lot of time left. 7-6 is your score. 6:45 to go here. Loss of 1 on the play that time as the Indians get in the backfield and make the play.
Adam, we got plenty of time. We got 2 timeouts, 6:40 left in the ball game. We're down 7-6. Play some good defense here. 2nd and 12.
So a loss of 2 on the play. Northeast is going to be really methodical here and try to run as much clock as they can on each possession. So waiting the snap. Comes with 12 seconds. Handoff is going to be to Weathersby. He's in the backfield, and he's going to be stopped for another loss.
Yeah, great job there by Keyshawn Parker as well as number 20, LaKendrick Jones, linebackers over here on the near side. They just sold out to stop the run there. Weatherby, again, won't get back to the line of scrimmage. That's back-to-back plays where the ball carrier's been brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm very surprised Northeast offense here. Looks like they're just selling out,
for the run. Yep. That's the way it looks.
Brad Logan checking in, and Brad, I agree with you on your comments on that previous call. So it's going to be a 3rd down and long 12, short 13 here for the Tigers. Again, going to try to let that play clock run down as far as they can. 5:40 to play in the contest. 5 seconds now on the play clock. Gets a snap away with 3 seconds. A handoff, a delay handoff. Weatherby brings it forward, and it's going to be short of the 1st down, but a good play call there on that delay handoff.
Yeah, halfback draw there. It allows the defense to think pass for just a second, messes with that mind of everybody. Then the give to Dalton goes up the middle. He's going to be about 3 yards short, and I just don't see any way that Northeast doesn't punt right here. And there's the punting unit coming out. They thought about it for a second, but you got to punt leading with 5 minutes to go in the football game.
Again, the Tigers taking their time, sending the special team unit onto the field. Might be going to burn a timeout here. Or maybe going to take the penalty to back them up. 10 seconds as they break the huddle.
They better
from the
hustle
sideline.
if they're going to get it off. They're not getting this off.
They're not. And then, wow, the play clock was at 0 for a good 2 count. So ICC is going to try to return it. He's going to be hit and dropped at the 11. How did they get that kickoff? It was double zeros that time.
That's the back judge's responsibility. He's standing at the goal line down here. He's looking right at the play clock in the far end zone. It shows 0. By the time you reach for your flag and get out, you got to throw it. That's unacceptable right there.
Yeah, tough break there for the Indians, but that's been the tale of the tape tonight, and especially here in the 4th quarter, as ICC had a touchdown taken off the board for unsportsmanlike conduct on diving into the end zone, and then an interception.
Hey, we drove 98 yards and scored on the last drive, got it taken off the board. Let's take it 89 right here.
That's right. We've got time.
4:35 to go in the football game. 2 timeouts under the belt. Plenty of time. Just pick right up where the offense left off on the last possession.
So the Indians with it now. 1st down and 10. This 1st down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Mills is your quarterback. Gets the snap. Looking to throw. Goes out to the sidelines. That's going to be Woods, and he's going to be hit and out of bounds. Pick up out to about the 15-yard line, gain of 4.
Yeah, good job by Mills. Surveys the defense, looks for something a little bit deeper, doesn't see that. Looks down, knows he has Collins Woods right there on the curl at the 25, or the 15, excuse me. Fires one in there and picks up positive yardage on 1st down.
So it's going to be a second down, and let's call it 6 situation now here for the Indians. I like the offense. They're not panicking right now. Still a lot of time to play. 4:05 left here in the fourth quarter. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Waddington is in the backfield with Mills. Play action. Mills fakes. Looking to go long. It's got a man. Jump ball and just overthrows him. Man, if he would have threw it downfield, he had Wren open that time and just threw it out of bounds.
Ball was a little bit late coming out that time, Adam, is setting a little bit of a zone set. Wren comes open down the numbers. Nobody's with him. Finally gets picked up at about the 35-yard line, and it's just a little bit too late.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 situation now here for the Indians. Indians going to go 3 receivers near side, 1 up top. That's Woods on his own. You've got Waddington in the backfield. You got to imagine the Tigers going to try to bring some pressure here. Mills in the shotgun. Steps up, and the ball's fumbled. His arm went forward on the play, and that's going to be taken to the house.
That's 34, Kevin Hurley, the defensive end. He's standing right there. It looked like Mills tried to step up in the pocket and get rid of the football, and when he did, he lost the handle on it.
Here's the thing. If you're going to call that penalty down here that takes a point off the board, Mills' arm was going forward, even though he stepped up in the pocket. His arm clearly went forward. The ball went forward about a yard. They call it a fumble, return for a touchdown for the Tigers. And, guys, it's just one of those nights tonight where it's just not meant to happen for the Indians. So winning this extra point attempt here for the Tigers. What a weird ball game. What a weird fourth quarter.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, this thing's kind of got off the rails here in the fourth quarter a little bit.
So the Tigers getting a lineman in late here on this extra point attempt with 3:43 left to play in the contest. Snap back is a little low, but the kick is up, and the kick is good. 14-6 is your score. We're going to take a timeout. Can the Indians find a way to come back and put another touchdown on the board? We'll find out. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
And welcome back to action. The fumble return for a touchdown makes it 14-6 in favor of Northeast, and the Indians have got to find some magic here with 3:43 left. It's been a night tonight, folks, where the ball, the breaks, and everything just have gone against the guys here tonight, but they have fought and fought and fought. But the Tigers, though, right now lead at 14-6.
Guys, we still have a chance. We got 3:43 left in the game, 2 timeouts, 1 possession game. Go down the field, see what we can do.
So waiting this First American National Bank kickoff here. I'm getting a lot of text message where people saying I've never seen anything like this in their life. And Buddy Wayne, Brad Logan, some other folks as well, Coach Tyrone Fox. All right, I'll put it to you this way.
You're speechless.
I am. I have been in the broadcast booth for over 20 years, and I will honestly say I have never seen a fourth quarter like this in my 24 years of broadcasting.
There's been some strange, different calls from the officials tonight. Let me put it that way.
Yeah. So either way it goes, it's going to be a first down and 10. You got to put that behind you. You got to find a way to march down the field and see if you can find a way to put it in the end zone and get that 2-point conversion to possibly send this thing into overtime. 14-6, Northeast with the lead over your ICC Indians. The Indians are going to have to hurry and work with purpose. Mills dropping back to pass. Pressure coming. Mills steps around to avoid it. Still going to have to look downfield. He's got a man wide open, but I think that was a little bit out of the range of Mills that time was Woods. And Mills is just going to go out of bounds to keep this drive alive. And okay, so they're going to. He did throw it away that time. So
it don't make a difference when he's got a receiver standing right there where he threw the football anyway. I mean,
true.
What's the point of this? I don't understand. The receiver standing right on the 30-yard line, the ball goes over his head.
So, oh wow, Holmes leading Northwest 40-35. That's in the fourth quarter. So ICC will see next week for homecoming. Second down and 10 now. And the give is going to be to Waddington. Waddington trying to get to the outside. Now cuts it back up the middle. That's got to be a face mask. They're going to say it's not, as Wallington comes up looking for the call, doesn't see the flag, but a good pickup there on second down.
I think he got him with the shoulder maybe in the face mask. There was a hit into the face mask, but I'm not quite sure it was the hand grabbing onto it.
So third down, let's call it 3rd down and 4. With this set of referees, you don't know what they're going to call. Probably call face mask on Wallington. Timeout on the field. Let's take it with them as Indians trail at 14-6. Back with more right after this.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 14-6, Northeast with the lead. 3:07 to play here in the fourth quarter. Timeout on the field. I believe it was Northeast that took the timeout. He said originally showed ICC, but the Tigers take the timeout. Third down and 4 here for the Indians. A very important possession down here for ICC. But you got to think, guys, with the game being in hand it is right now, you're going to have to roll the dice and go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, no doubt. This is 4-down territory. Everything's 4-down territory right here with 3:07 to go. You know, guys, we hadn't called Barry Flowers' name very much tonight. Watch for him right here in the slot on this 3rd down play.
Mills is going to keep it this time. Follows the block of Wallington. Gets the first down. And a good play call that time. They pulled the guard. Wallington came up and made the big hit. It was able to come up and get the first down for the Indians.
Got plenty of time. No need to rush right here. Everything's still on the table. Clock just now at 3 minutes to go. As they move the change, first down now off the Northeast 38-yard line.
Inside 3 minutes of play, this first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Mills clears the backfield as Wallington goes in motion. Slant route, and it's going to be, a break for the Indians. The ball was there. It hit Javis Wren in the helmet. He was just not looking for the football.
Got to have your head on a swivel. Got to be waiting right there. You know Northeast has brought pressure all night. You know your quarterback's trying to get the thing out of there in a hurry. If you're going to play in the slot and late in the game right here where they're trying to move the football, you've got to be alert. Got to get that head turned around.
2:37 to play here. ICC trailing 14-6. Still in this contest. Fourth quarter, it's been a bizarre fourth quarter to say the least. ICC checking at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. Mills in the shotgun. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Mills going to go outside. This is going to be to Wallington. Wallington's just going to lower his head and try to get forward, and I believe he's got the first down.
Man, what a powerful run there by Wallington. Get the ball in his hands. He's got the opportunity to take the easy way out, step out of bounds. Wouldn't have been a terrible decision to stop the clock, but he keeps that thing in, runs a man over. He gets the first down, and he steps out of bounds at the 50-yard line. And again, ICC's found something. They're moving the football 2 possessions in a row.
Yeah, whoever gets Hiram Wallington after his career is done at ICC is getting a very special football player. First down and 10. 2:18 and counting. The ball is at the 50. Mills in the shotgun. Dropping back to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Now he's going to step up and run on his own here. And he's going to keep it now. Weaving his way through traffic. Takes a pretty big hit. And that's going to move the chains again.
Yeah, just not much contained there for the quarterback as they look like they're fine with letting him scramble around and pick up 11 yards. That's what he does right there. They run 4 deep routes, nothing there. He takes off, picks up 11, moves the chains as we run in under 2 minutes. ICC's got this thing now on the other side of the field down to the 39-yard line.
1st and 10 here for the Indians. Does ICC have some late game magic? Man in motion for Indians. As now Mills dropping back to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Just couldn't find anybody. Now he's going to step up and run and does pick up some positive yardage. Good job that time by the Tigers getting after Mills.
Just looks like ICC's running everything deep right now. There's nothing intermediate, nothing over the middle of the field. It's pretty much feast or famine in the pass game as it looks like there's a timeout.
2-yard gain that time. Let's take the timeout here from Renaissance Bank. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network. Indians down 14-6, 1:28 left in the fourth quarter.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, out of the timeout. 1:28 to play in the contest. 14-6 is the score. Remember, ICC had a touchdown taken off the board for excessive celebration called. They said it came at the 2-yard line. Then ICC, it had an interception. It was returned. Players came onto the field from the sideline before the play was over from Northeast, backed it up. ICC got it stopped, and ICC fumbled. Northeast returned it for a touchdown, and that's where we're at right now, 14-6. Mills dropping back to pass. Pressure coming again. Now he's going to try to throw this one forward. And it was to Wadlington that time. And again, Indians sending all the guys down the field right now. And Northeast just dropping one extra man back and not giving the Indians any open opportunities.
They're sitting back in a little bit of a coverage shell defensively where they know ICC's got to get this thing into the end zone. So they're backing that secondary up a little bit and giving them a little bit of a cushion to throw the underneath stuff if they want to.
1:22 to go here, 14-6. The Indians can take those under routes if they want to. 3rd down and 9. They're going to go to Wadlington again. Wadlington's going to cut it upfield, and he's going to be met by a trio of Tigers, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and about 2, maybe 3 situation here for the Indians. Obviously got to go for it. And again, as you said, the Tigers giving them that short route.
That's okay, though. I mean, that's positive. They get you in a 4th and 3. Well, a 4th and 3 sounds a whole lot better than a 4th and 9 does. So looks like Northeast here is going to call a timeout. That's going to give Coach Chad Cook and his guys an opportunity to talk about what they want to do here on 4th down.
Timeout on the field. We're going to take it with them. 1:04 to play. This is your ball game when we come back with the 4th and 3. Northeast 14, ICC 6.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Celebrate outrageous amounts of toppings with Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest. With the most cheese and now with the most toppings at the nation's best price. Create your favorite pizza starting at $6. Pay, then express pickup at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
And welcome back out of the timeout. This is your ball game right here, folks. 4th down and 3. 1:04 to play in the contest. Northeast with a 14-6 lead. And looks like the Tigers are going to take a timeout. Well, the Indians lined up in that tank package.
Yeah.
The Tigers,
I don't think Northeast is ready for that.
And so they call that quick timeout. That's going to be their 3rd and final timeout. Neither team with a timeout now left in the contest. So let's do this. Let's take another quick timeout and hear from the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Back with more. 4th and 3, 1:04 left to play. This is going to be the play of the night here for the Indians.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as ICC breaking the huddle across the way here. 4th down and 3. It's a long 3, by the way, folks. 1:04 to play here. ICC trailing 14-6 in one of the most bizarre 4th quarters you've ever seen in the game of football. ICC had a touchdown taken off the board as they're going to line up in a I formation, a big boy package here for the Indians. And it's going to be a give to Wadlington. Wadlington allows the line to set up, and he's going to surge forward, and he's going to be enough for the 1st down. Big-time run there. Now the Indians going to have to hurry up the offense. Inside a minute to play. The clock is continuing to run here with 50 seconds.
They're saying stop the clock, Adam. The thing's still running. It ran from 56 seconds all the way down to 50 before they finally stopped the thing.
We're going to see if they're going to put any more time on the board here.
Cannon's pointing at the clock up there, and he's saying the same thing. They blew the whistle and motioned to stop the clock with 56 seconds.
Are they going to measure?
And now, not a generous spot there for the Indians. So they are going to measure this one. Drama here in Boonville. An additional 6 seconds have ran off the clock as well, but we're going to stretch this one out. Awaiting the stretch of the chains. The Indians have the first down by more than half the football.
Yeah.
Now the question is,
and Sean's still standing on the sideline pointing at the clock. I mean,
are they going to put
you've
more
got
time
to put
on the clock?
6 seconds back on the clock. You cannot let that run out.
So the clock is staying at 50 right now. Coach Cannon pleading his case here to the referee. And the referee is...
Here we go. Here we go. Maybe we're going to get a word.
Please reset the game clock to 56 seconds.
There we go.
Good job, Jordan. That's big.
And that is big there, as 56 seconds now left in the game. That first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, may be the biggest one of the season so far. 1st and 10 as the clock rolling now. The ball at the 29-yard line. ICC trailing it 14-6. Mills, quick out to Woods. Woods catches the ball and gets out of bounds.
Good job by Woods. That's the key there. You got to get out of bounds. You're out of timeouts, 44 seconds to go. You got about 25 yards to get this thing into the end zone. So the clock, not necessarily your friend here. You got to be smart. Know where the first down marker's at. Know where the sideline's at.
So now with 44 seconds remaining, ICC, they've got to put it in the end zone. They also got to get that 2-point conversion. Mills in the shotgun. Wallington in the backfield. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Here for Mills. Gets the snap. Pressure coming. He's going to lob it to the sidelines, and it's going to go out of bounds as it was intended for Wallington that time.
Smart play by Mills there. Not much time. The offensive line didn't give him a whole lot of time to sit there and make anything happen. So he gets rid of the football, lives to see another day. Only 4 seconds ran off the clock here. 3rd down and 4. Got two plays here to pick up those 4, though.
40 seconds remaining in the contest. ICC trailing 14-6. They had a touchdown taken off the board on a very questionable call by the referee, but the Indians have a chance to drive down and possibly tie this one up. Mills again to Woods, and Woods goes to a knee. He doesn't get out of bounds, so he's going to have to hurry. Maybe you need to spike the ball here if you're ICC on the play.
Got to get this in, yeah.
Yeah, you got to hurry. Got to hurry as they're actually stopping the clock right now.
Yeah, they stopped it for the first down. Now you got to snap it. Run the play here. Clock's back going.
Mills looking to lob it to the end zone. Jump ball and incomplete. They're going to throw a flag.
Yeah, they're going to throw that one. Collins Woods was working his way to that back corner. He's trying to get back to the football. The cornerback that time was number 2, Tony Washington. He never got that head turned back to the football, Jim. If you don't get that head turned back, they're going to throw that thing.
Big penalty there, and see where they spot the football.
They owed us one anyway, guys. I mean, we deserve that flag to be thrown right there.
So the referee's going to talk this one over here. Wow, now the ball is going to be placed at the 2-yard line. 24 seconds left in the contest. ICC trailing 14-6. Got to put it in the end zone. Got to get that 2-point conversion.
I don't know if you run the ball.
I don't know if you can keep the ball on the ground here,
Jim.
Yep, I agree.
You got to pass if you
no
run.
Timeouts.
Hurry.
Yeah, no timeouts for either team. Ball at the 2 with 24 seconds. Mills going to try to lob this one up. Jump ball.
He's got it. He's got it.
Touchdown, Indians!
Well thrown ball there by Clark Mills. That's a fade route to the 6'3 receiver, Collins Woods. He was on an island, one-on-one to the right side. He climbs the ladder and goes up and gets it. Good pass there from Mills to Collins Woods.
Got to go for 2, and looks like we're putting the big boy package in.
So the 18 seconds left in the game. It's now a 2-point contest. Can the Indians find a way to get this 2-point conversion and send this thing to overtime? The chance of defense running out here in front of us from the ICC faithful. The ICC fans across the way on their feet as well. Indians got to get this 2-point conversion here. They trail it 14-12. Handoff, and it's going to be stopped by the Tigers. Went with the tank package there, and it's stopped as it was handed off that time. I believe it was 44, Keyshawn Parker, who tried to dive it in the end zone, and against one of the best defensive lines in the state that has been kind of shutting the Indians' run down late. Oh.
Yeah, they put Parker right behind Clark Mills. Mills went under center. They gave it to him on a dive straight up the middle. The line was blown up. He tried to dive in there and make something happen, but nowhere to go for the linebacker on the carry.
Onside kick's the only thing we can try here, guys. Down 14-12. Northeast 14, ICC 12, 18 seconds left of the ball game. ICC scored. They missed the two-point conversion. Now we'll try an onside kick to see if we can get the ball back.
So, yeah, one of the most exciting plays in the game of football will be an onside kick attempt here. 18 seconds left in the game. Indians trail it 14-12. And again, you got to look back, guys. Not having Grisham in tonight due to injury is looming large for the Indians this evening. So we'll have this onside kick attempt here for ICC with 18 seconds left to play. The kick is up, and the Indians touch it before it went 10 yards.
We got the ball.
We touched it before it went 10 yards, though.
Did they call it?
Hadn't thrown a flag yet.
Are they saying ICC football?
They're saying ICC football, I believe. I'm with you, Adam. I thought we touched it before it went 10 yards, but there was not a flag thrown.
We got the ball, guys.
Are you serious?
We got the ball at the 45. With 14 seconds, we got a chance.
What the?
You got a replay on that?
I didn't have it enough time.
It was close to 10 yards when he touched it.
Well, the ball was laying untouched at the 44, though. I mean, it was just laying there, and it must have got kicked around or something.
We'll take
the
it,
football.
guys.
Yeah, we'll for sure take it.
They're going to give it straight up at the 45, it looks like.
So you got to run.
Yeah.
Got to run them a long pass.
Got time for 2 plays here to get the thing out of bounds, get the clock stopped.
All right, so the Indians have it 14 seconds. They trail 14-12 after recovering the onside kick. Mills gets the snap. Tries to throw. Now he's going to have to back out, getting plenty of pressure. Loads up and throws this one downfield. It's going to be out of bounds with 6 seconds to play. Well, now if you're the Tigers, you maybe put 2 down linemen and throw everybody back and see if Mills has got enough in his arm to chunk this one and make it a jump ball. So they do come out and say the ball past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you're going to see some of the old trickeration, the lateral here, because there's no way Clark Mills is throwing this one to the end zone.
Well, this ball is at the 45, so he's got to heave this one 55-plus to get into the end zone. Northeast dropping everyone back in this situation.
Free play.
Free play as the man jumps that time. Mills is going to throw this one downfield, and it's going to be picked off, but it is going to be coming back as Northeast jumped that time. No time on the clock now, so it'll be an untimed down here for the Indians.
They'll move this thing out to the 50-yard line, but again, it'll be one untimed down for ICC. Just nothing there. Once again, Mills throws that one out of bounds. He's got one more play.
So the referees are going to talk this one over and step it off as the
Y'all right, guys.
One untimed down here for the Indians. They trail it 14-12.
Just need 50 yards.
Last play of the game here, folks, and as crazy as this game has been, don't go anywhere. 14-12, the Indians with the ball and a chance to win it here in walk-off fashion. Mills gets ready to pass, steps up, heaves it downfield. Going to be a jump ball to Woods. It's going to be intercepted by Northeast, and that will do it. The Tigers escape Boonville with a win tonight, 14-12 over the Indians. Controversy surrounding the game tonight without a doubt, guys. Tough break for the Indians.
Tough game, guys. What an unbelievable fourth quarter. Give our guys credit for coming back. We couldn't finish the game. Some questionable calls, let's be honest. We didn't understand some of the calls from the officials, but what a great game. Good contest for Northeast and ICC. I'm sorry it had to end this way. What a wild fourth quarter, Jordan.
Yeah, a lot of grit. The offense really showed up there on those last 2 possessions and gave you a fighting chance. I mean, if you're Coach Cannon, you got to be proud of the fight you saw in your guys there over the course of the fourth quarter. Lots of frustrations, though, going to be down in that huddle after the game. They thought they had the lead. They thought they at least had the thing tied up at one point. A lot of frustration there. That call back there at the 2-yard line is going to be one that sticks around. That'll be talked about for a long time.
No doubt about it, Jordan. But give our guys credit. We didn't look good offensively for 3 quarters. Fourth quarter, our offense woke up, showed a lot of hustle, made some great plays, just couldn't finish the game.
We're going to take a break and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC falls 14-12 on a strange second half of football here in Boonville. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunities here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa, Beta Chi Sigma, Tupelo campus.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC falls by the final score of 14-12 here to Northeast, and we're going to take a look at the Little Caesars instant replays throughout the post-game report here. But, guys, this was the strange fourth quarter. And
that's a pretty good description there, Adam.
I'm a loss for words.
Pretty good description there. I'll call it a fourth quarter that went off the rails.
Yes.
There's no doubt about it. ICC struggled offensively up until about the 9-minute mark in the fourth quarter. And they put something together, Jim. I mean, they drove it 98 yards, had a touchdown taken off the board. The next drive went 89 yards and went into the end zone. They only had 86 yards of offense on the night before those two possessions. So from that point on, the thing just got crazy, got out of whack.
You're right, Jordan. And give our kids credit. You know, we didn't do anything offensively the first three quarters, and we told people that often during the game, 86 yards. Then all of a sudden, those two drives at the end of the game, let's just put it this way, some calls we did not understand from the officials in the fourth quarter that really hurt our team. Northeast controlled the game for three quarters. We made a great comeback. We just couldn't finish. Very strange game. That fourth quarter seemed like it lasted a month.
Yeah.
It was wild, a lot of strange calls. You got to put this behind you. There'll be a lot of explanation, a lot of talk about this game. Just a strange ending to a peculiar game.
We talked about it in the pregame. It's a rivalry game.
Yep.
Throw all your notes out the window out here and let the cards fall where they may, because that's what tends to happen in these types of contests, and certainly happened here tonight, Adam.
Well, there's something else going on strange tonight as well. Final score, Holmes upsets Northwest 47-42. So now things getting really interesting here in the North Division. We're taking a look at some of those Little Caesars highlights throughout the night here. The bands going back and forth here in part of the Battle of the Bands. We do have our window closed so you can hear us here in the Renaissance Bank postgame report. All right, let's take a look at some Sonic stats, Jordan, and talk about some of the things that kind of jump out at you off the page.
Yeah, final score tonight here from Boonville Northeast knocks off ICC by a score of 14-12. Taking a look at those offensive numbers that we talked about, 39 rushes for 77 yards for Northeast, 232 yards through the air on 21 of 33 passing, totaled up for 72 plays for 309 yards. But only 102 of those yards come in the second half. It was a story of two halves. The first half, they really did click on offense. The story to me in the night really was there was 5 possessions for Northeast inside the 20-yard line, the red zone, which they came up empty-handed in. So a good job by ICC's defense really to hold strong when they had to. ICC had 32 rushes for 95 yards, 115 yards through the air on 12 of 35 passing for a total of 67 plays for 210 yards. So Northeast outgains ICC by in yardage 309 to 210. One fumble for ICC. There was 3 fumbles for Northeast. They only lost 1 of those. 2 interceptions for ICC, so 3 turnovers for the Indians. Only 1 turnover on the night for the Tigers of Northeast. Penalty yardage, 5 penalties, 45 yards for ICC. 10 penalties for 95 yards go against Northeast. But, again, a big number here. We talked about some at the halftime break. 33 minutes and 3 seconds of possession time for Northeast to 26:57 for ICC. So Northeast, 72 plays to 67 for ICC, but they really did control the football for a lot longer on the night. Individually, Hiram Wadlington had 40 attempts for 50 yards. Clark Mills, 12 rushes for 31 yards, that is. Jamarcus Quarles, 2 rushes for 9. And Quay Tucker had 2 carries for 4 yards as well. Mills played much better in the second half. He was only 4 of 13 passing in the first half. He finishes up the night 12 for 35 for 115 yards and a touchdown. Those numbers aren't that awe-inspiring, but still, he led 2 long drives for scores late in the fourth quarter to really get back in the football game. Collins Woods had 6 receptions for 60 yards and a touchdown. Hiram Wadlington, 4 receptions for 32 yards. Javis Wren had a grab for 13, and Quay Tucker had a reception for 10 yards. The Indians led defensively by Jaquan Williams with 10 tackles. Nick Smith had 10 tackles. He had 3 tackles for loss and a sack. Ken Martin had 9 tackles, and Jamal Shumpert had 7 tackles on the night. Take a quick look over at the stats from Northeast. Sean Dalton Weatherby led them on the ground with 18 rushes for 60 yards. Jack Mingle was 19 of 30 through the air. Really was impressed with Mingle at quarterback for Northeast tonight. 223 yards and a touchdown for the freshman out of the state of Georgia. In the receiving category, Montel Gladney had 5 grabs for 40 yards. Hayden Bryce, one of the tight ends, 5 grabs for 39 yards. Carson Banks, 3 catches, 39 yards. And Xavier Malone, 3 grabs for 33 yards as well. The Tigers were led defensively by Terry Joyner. He had 8 tackles and a tackle for loss on the night. Northeast knocks off ICC by a score of 14-12. That's a look at the numbers from the night in Boonville.
We'll take another break and come back with more of the Renaissance Bank postgame report. As you just mentioned there, ICC falls by the final score of 14. I'll tell you what, let's keep it here for a minute. We're looking back at some of these replays. I want to see some of these, especially here in the fourth quarter for those watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Guys, I mean, it's old school saying here, you got to put it behind you and get ready for next week. Well, we got a really good football team coming in on a hot streak with Holmes coming in for homecoming after upsetting Northwest tonight 47-42. Let's go ahead and take a look at some other scores throughout the league as well. This Hines winning big 51-9 over Pearl River. Mississippi Gulf Coast, they're going to make a big jump tonight as they win 38-20 over Colin. We've already talked about the 47-42 Holmes upset win of Northwest. East Mississippi defeats East Central 24-0, and Jones takes care of Southwest 34-6. Those are your scoreboard updates being brought to you by Sonic. So, guys, you just got to put this game behind you. Learn from your mistakes and hope to see a better day tomorrow.
Man, it's tough to do. It's tough to do. There's going to be some long faces tomorrow, I'm sure. But, hey, I mean, that's one of the things about a rivalry game. Everybody wants to win that one more than any other one. Just come up a little bit short tonight. I thought you played a lot better in the fourth quarter, saw a lot of guts, played with a lot of heart there down the stretch, played tough, and you're right back in the thing. I mean, you had an opportunity to win the football game there in the end, and that's the story for me.
Guys, it's JUCO football. Holmes is 1-3, playing the number 3 team in the nation, and beats Northwest. Now they come to ICC next week for our homecoming. We got to get ready. Somehow got to put this behind us. Got to get the kids back up. Know it's homecoming. Know it's a home game. we got to play a very improved Holmes football team next Thursday night.
We encourage you to visit iccms.edu for that full homecoming schedule. It starts on Monday, and then we also do want to have a note for you here for soccer on Tuesday against Holmes. Those matches now will go with I think it's a 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock start there on Tuesday, moving that up due to the change of the season. So we're going to take one more break and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report as ICC falls 14-12. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Back one final time here in Boonville. A bizarre night of football here in Boonville as ICC falls 14-12. You want to read Bradlock's? I want to read Bradlock's.
I want to read it.
Yeah,
I tell you what, Adam, do you post the replays of these games online anywhere?
Our coaches want us to hold them off until the end of the season.
Yeah.
So we do that because the coaches asked for us to do that.
Right.
But you want to
that's what I was going to say. When this thing comes out, bookmark it. Don't watch the first 51 minutes of the game.
Quarter.
Watch the last 9 minutes of the football game, and that'll tell your story for you.
Absolutely. So we've got to pick a Sonic star of the game tonight, and it's got to be somebody on that defensive side because the defense made 5 stops in the red zone tonight. An impressive job by that defense. Guys, who do you think?
I got to go with Nick Smith. I think, Jim, you probably agree with that. Defense, anytime you get 5 stops in the red zone, I'm going to go with one of those linebackers. Nick Smith had 10 tackles, had a sack tonight. Seemed like he flew around all over the place, helped lead the defense. I'll go with Nick Smith for my star of the game.
I agree. Nick Smith, all our linebackers played well tonight, and I'm so proud of the kids for not giving up. It looked, we let them get in our red zone 5 times. We give up 0 points.
Yep.
So the defense played well. Finally, the offense started clicking in the fourth quarter. Then all the strange things happened in the game, and it got away from us. We lost 14-12. What a great effort. Got to put it behind you somehow and get ready next Thursday night.
You see the ICC All-America man. For those watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com across the way, Battle of the Bands going back and forth between ICC and Northeast. Well, ICC will be back in action. They'll be home for the next 2 games. They take on Holmes for homecoming next Thursday. That'll be a 6:30 First American National Bank opening kick. And that Davis Ford pregame show will come your way right here on Super Talk Mississippi, as well as Let'sGoICCTV.com at 6 o'clock. So for Jordan Smith, Jim Ingram, Lee Adams, Bronson Payne, Raphael Henry, Jonathan Brown, C.J. Adams, who stepped in and helped the Sports Information Department tonight. That's going to do it here from Boonville. Again, we're at loss for words, folks, on how this one ended tonight. As we'll see you Thursday night back in Fulton for homecoming. Visit iccms.edu and follow letsgoicc.com for more information on homecoming coming up next week. See you next week, folks.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.